I have a couple different problems that I've been like trying to fix. I have a couple different problems like trying to fix here. Like one of them is my Elgato. I've been trying to fix my fucking Elgato for some reason. Like the Elgato is the thing that connects your PlayStation 5's capture card. For those of you who don't know, the uninitiated, it's a capture card. I've been having some issues with that for some weird reason. Like I've always had issues with it, but the only way that I can ever hear whatever the fuck is like on, like the only way I can hear audio is if it routes it through OBS, and it's really annoying. It's not the PS5, it's the Nintendo too. And I think it's because I have a Elgato connected to a Go XLR, and I just have no idea how the fuck I can like fix it. I don't know. Here, let's watch some actually funny content first. Marjorie Taylor Greene is going crazy. Before we get into the hog watch, let's watch fucking some hogs, okay?
Yeah, I'm so conservative. I blow up government spending. I own guns that no one's taking away. My chainsaw's ready to rip up some regulations. I got a big truck. Just in case I need to round up criminal illegals and take them home myself.
That's such a funny fucking line. It's like, first of all, like you literally got that from one of your fucking workers, okay? You like, you don't own that, okay? Let's be real. Secondly, like you would shit your pants. You shit your pants and cross the other side to the other side of the road when you see a fucking brown person walking by. Like, what do you mean you're gonna? What do you mean you're gonna fucking round them up myself? The criminal illegals. Like, shut up, bitch. Wait, it's not satire? No, chat. This isn't fucking satire.
Yep, I just said that. I'm Brian Kemp. If you want a politically incorrect conservative, that's me.
No, this is not satire. Like, that's not chat. No, it's not satire. I don't know how to describe it to you. Conservatives, I feel like conservatives just like look at what we're doing. I mean, I tweeted about this already, but like, I feel like conservatives look at like what we make fun of them for and decide like, yep, that's the next thing I'm going to do. That's the next thing I'm going to do. Yep, I see these libtards are making fun of us for, you know, being crazy. Guess what? I'm going to fucking play right into that meme. I'm going to fucking lean right into it.
Nancy Pelosi is sneaking the Green New Deal into the 3.5. And in 2022, I'm going to blow away the Democrat socialist agenda.
I love this because look at her face when she fucking... So the 50 cal has like massive kickback, right? Like it's gonna fucking... It just like fucks her face up, dude. Look at this. Look at this. Like, why did you... You should have shot more, you know what I mean? Like, you should have shot a couple more times until, like, it didn't look terrible, you know? She's already ugly as fuck, so it's just like her shooting face makes it even worse. People are going to be like, you're being disrespectful to people that look like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Motherfucker, no one looks like her. Like, Marjorie Taylor Greene, like, when I body shame her, like, the only people I'm body shaming are fucking, like, Titans from Attack on Titan, okay? And, you know, they'll be fine. Like, you literally can't be like, oh, I'm sorry. You know, when you make fun of someone like Marjorie Taylor Greene, you're making fun of people that look like her. It's like, no, there is no one that looks like her. She literally is a Titan. Okay? She's like a different breed. Her face looks like an activated behemoth. Oh my God, you're right.
Go to the website below and sign up to win my 50 caliber Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, get my green gun. She didn't even no-scope the car. FPS Russia would have done better. Yeah. You have no idea what it's like to be ugly, dude. Shut the fuck up. Stop insulting people's appearances, you arrogant prick. Shut up, bitch. Every single person that's like, I'm so ugly is literally not even ugly. And they just like, they have an ugly personality as a consequence of insecurities that they've developed. Like, there's no such thing. Okay? Your personality plays a gigantic fucking role in how people perceive you, bitch. Shut up. That's it. Bro, she is like Marjorie Titan Green looking ass. Oh, here's the full video. Let's watch the full video. Yeet, yeet, motherfuckers. Let's go. Oh God, dude. This is like, she's got, this is it. It's fall, baby. It's fall. We got white ladies wearing, you know, skin tight jeans with the fucking Ugg boots. That's it. It's over. Fall is here now. It's official. Okay. This is like, you know, leaves are going to start falling soon. We're going to have pumpkin spice lattes. Like,
hassle.
Christian girls are out here.
Biden abandoned Americans in Afghanistan, got 13 of our best soldiers killed, gave a kill list of Americans.
13 of our best soldiers.
Gaming?
Like if they were bad, it wouldn't matter. Is that what she's saying? Like, these were our best soldiers. Like, you don't give a fuck, idiot. Shut up.
To the Taliban, an armed and Islamic terrorist nation with $83 billion in weapons like this one. Biden should...
Yeah. Okay. What? Wait, what? Wait, hold up. Instead, Joe Biden should be given. First of all, how is it Joe Biden? Like, I mean, Joe Biden definitely without a doubt is responsible for a lot of bloodshed overseas, but like singling him out and not like George W. Bush, Obama, Donald Trump, and like how all of those other presidents also continued the exact same like idiotic, foolhardy, and oftentimes like violent endeavor of trying to train the Afghan troops that would literally just like turn around and murder the American troops. Like, that was a big part of the combat deaths for American soldiers for a long time when the training program started. Like, but it goes even beyond that. I know, Chad. It goes to Reagan. It goes to fucking Jimmy Carter. Like, but like singling Joe Biden out for it is pretty funny. But another part of this that's hilarious is like, she's like,
let's go.
Joe Biden gave Muslim terrorists weapons like this one. Instead, Joe Biden should be arming Christian terrorists like me. So I'm going to do some terrorizing right now.
Biden should be impeached. Now I'm doing a gun giveaway of my own, but for Americans only. I want...
No Taliban allowed. So does this mean like, how do they get this screenshot? Or they just like some Taliban dude, like that one that fucking posts 4chan posts? He's like, oh yes, I would love to get this. Marjorie Taylor Greene, I love you. I love you. I would love to get this weapon. Oh, I've been needing a new 50 cal. Mahmoud took my other one, bro. It's terrible. It's terrible. He won't give it back. It's fucked up, bro. And he's like logging on and it's like, oh no, it says no Taliban allowed. What the fuck? Ah! I cannot believe they have all of our IB.
Hey,
I must use a VPN.
I want you to win this 50...
Americans only. Dude, people are so fucking stupid. Like, it's just American hogs especially are so fucking stupid that it's like you need to, you need to like serve them the rhetoric like with a shovel, okay? They won't understand it. Like, you need to just be like, I'm racist and I'm doing racism. Fuck the Taliban and the Muslims, okay? Joe Biden is responsible for all the wars and all the bad things. We are, as Republicans, are responsible for all the good things. Do you like a gun? You want this big fat fucking gun? Yeah, I'm gonna shoot fucking socialism with this gun. You should shoot socialists with this gun too.
Great 5 months and
like,
it's come to a head finally. I got a job
and it's just like, it's hilarious to me because it's hilarious to me because like they're getting more and more aggressive with their rhetoric because like they have to. They're like Logan Paul, you know what I mean? You just have to keep going, like you have to keep increasing the stakes because, people are getting bored of your content.
50 caliber rifle that Democrats will ban if they keep the House next year. While Joe Biden broke America's...
Okay, first of all, this is like... Okay, let me just say something here, okay? How many of these are in circulation even? Like, it's such an idiotic fear. It's like 14 grand. Okay, it is an incredibly expensive, impossibly fucking heavy and hard to shoot weapon. Like, no one is using a fucking 50 cal to do like mass shootings. Like, I fucking doubt, I highly doubt that the Democrats are like, we really need to stop the 50 cals. And also, like,
16 months
you have
hassle.
you literally, I know. If you point to like Tarkov streamers and shit, you know what I mean? It's like bullshit. They're fucking content creators. Of course, they have like crazy guns and shit. But like, you can't use that. Like, you can't use that for home defense. You can't use that for hunting. Like, it's literally made to fucking penetrate like armor. It's made to penetrate armor. So it's like, at least with like AR-15s or even like machine guns, like automatic rifles and stuff, like you could basically say like, oh, I gotta fucking kill a bunch of hogs, brother, you know, 30 to 50 feral hogs that are on my range. Like, there is zero functional, there's zero utility for this weapon. Okay, yeah, it's $10,000. There's like I think you need to get special licensing for it too, if I'm not mistaken. That's a cheaper on the cheaper end. I guess it's like $11,000. Like, no one is buying this. Okay, like, shut the fuck up. They're gonna take your guns away. They're gonna take your Beretta 50 cals away. It's like, wait, how fucking out of touch are you? Like, how many fucking, you know, regular working class salt of the earth Americans own this like 14 grand weapon, dude? Like, each bullet is like fucking $10. Like, holy shit. Wait, it's more than that, actually. I don't even know. You can't even fucking shoot this shit. Yeah, 50 cal rounds are like $5 each. Like, who's buying this to be like, yeah, I need it for deer hunting, brother? It's like, no, you don't, because you would turn a deer into mist, okay? If you shot a deer with that fucking thing, it would turn into a cloud, okay? It would go poof. That is what would happen to the fucking deer. You can't use it in your house. That's good soup, brother. Yeah, it's an anti-material, is it? Yeah, it's for vehicles.
Away, but by God, if they take away my 50 calories, Barrett.
It's literally made. It's a weapon specifically invented to penetrate armored vehicles.
Amen, brother. 13 months of listening to a demonic.
If you, I've joked about this a lot because it's like the funniest fucking thing to try to like say, I need it for home defense. It's the funniest thing to say because, like, one, it's insanely difficult to shoot like off to shoot standing. It's already super heavy. It's got hella recoil, even though it has like the balancer or whatever, and people will try to tell you like it's actually really, you know, it's like really well adjusted, like you know, it doesn't, like, you know, it's well balanced. But if you shot like let's say you have it on your fucking perch, okay, and someone breaks into your house and you turn it over to them, okay, and you shoot them, you're gonna murder your neighbor, okay, because it's gonna go right through the guy and right through like 8 fucking walls directly into your neighbor's house.
Ye brother has chud.
And into your neighbor. I'm just letting you know. You, like, unless there is a death squad coming into your house and they're doing a fucking Congo line or whatever it's called, okay? They're like dancing, the death squad, and they're all lined up, and you have to shoot through like 15 of them at the same time. There is never going to be a use for this. There's never going to be a use for this in home defense. You wouldn't be able to move the gun to kill the intruder before they killed you? Oh, 100%. Brother, you don't understand. What if I line them up? Yeah, you wouldn't just kill your neighbor. You kill your neighbor's neighbor. It would go through like fucking, I don't know how many walls it would go through. Yeah, that's right. I'm a sump. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Hank Pecker. This is my everyday carry. I got a Beretta 50 cal. Yep, these are $5 a pop bullets. Okay, every single bullet's $5. You know, I put it into good use. Yep, that's right. You never know if a Nicaraguan death squad is coming down, knocking down your door. You know, El Mazote. You know, they're gonna do that here in America, right? So, you know, you got to line them up. You fucking line them up in a single file line, all 15 of them. Okay, they're coming in. They got their guns. You say, hey, you stand right there as I line you up perfectly. To line you up perfectly so I can shoot all you at the same time.
To kill the third.
Yeah, Smart Every Day is a video about the 50 cal. If you want to check it out, it's just like so funny. This man shot his 50 cal on his glass table. inside his own house? What?
Hey guys, this is Eric again. Look, today we're gonna do something a little crazy. I'm standing in my living room here. We are gonna shoot this Barrett 50 cal from the table where.
Like, how is the ATF not fucking coming after this guy? I mean, this is like so insanely dangerous.
We're sitting out the back door of my house. This is the Barrett M107. It is equipped with the.
However, because 50 caliber rifles are generally regulated no differently from other rifles or shotguns, they're subject to fewer regulations than handguns. America's fucking crazy. To be honest with you, I don't give a fuck. This is a self-regulated weapon, okay? It's self-regulated because of how hard it is to use. It's self-regulated because of how fucking expensive it is. No one is buying this to do madness and chaos, okay? So like it's not like, this is not a real thing, okay? It's not like a real, it's like the modern day equivalent of purchasing a fucking cannon and then people being like, oh my god, I can't believe they're selling cannons out there. It's like, dude, it's like, good luck. Like, who are you gonna fucking murder with a goddamn cannon? You know what I mean? Like, what are you? Is this the fucking walls of Byzantine? Is that what we're worried about right now? Are they under attack by the Ottomans?
What if the immigrants roll up with them Toyota trucks?
You say that, but before you know it, the Ottomans are at the gates. They move their ships through the Galata Canal. They move their ships on land, and then all of a sudden they're using their cannons on our walls.
Night Force 832 by 56 NXS scope with the Barrett bore system. Also sporting a beautiful, beautiful can on the end of it, made by Barrett. We're gonna be shooting some extreme shot 50 cal rounds.
This pussy, yo, why don't you shoot it without the fucking the suppressor, dude? The silencer. Let's see what. Blow out your fucking eardrums too, as you blow your back out. Blow out your fucking eardrums, and you blow every single fucking wall you have.
You guys do some research on extreme shot. They are some very, very expensive, but supposed to be some really, really good rounds for different things.
Dude, look at that. How much are those rounds now? Because I know ammo is really fucking expensive now. Like, I know that in like normal hog American times, they were like $5 to $10. I feel like these more expensive now, right?
From what I understand, it reacts to body heat, body fluid, and all that good old stuff. I don't know. But we're gonna test this gun out today from shooting it inside of the living room and just seeing how it's gonna go. Never shot a 50 cal inside of the house before, but we're gonna try it today. And again, here's the rounds. These are extreme shot subsonic rounds, so it's probably not gonna cycle the bolt being subsonic on this 50 cal. But we're gonna see what she do. So let me get suited up. Well, not really suited up because I'm not gonna wear ear protection when shooting this thing.
50 rounds are still the same, like you were saying. There aren't that many out there, so the demand has stayed pretty consistent. Yeah, that makes sense.
Inside the house, I'm gonna trust Barrett suppressor. I'm gonna trust these extreme shock rounds to not break my table.
It's like $3 per round. That's not too bad.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go down.
Are you nervous? I wonder why he's nervous, chat. That's crazy. I need to know what he's aiming at. This is so irresponsible, bro. Like, this is literally like, this is a nightmare, okay? This is an absolute fucking nightmare. Like, obviously the glass table is funny because like it might break, and that's one thing. But the fact that he's shooting 50 cal downrange, like, you have no idea where that bullet is going to end up. Wait, tell me he shoots without ear protection. Oh my God, this guy's a psycho. Oh my God, dude. This is the most psychotic. No protection on eyes, ears, using it on a glass table indoors in a residential neighborhood. Like,
50 cal rounds, I'm going to do one round. I'm sitting in my living room.
I thought only white people do this shit. No, brother. It's America, baby. That's right. We got all kinds of hogs out here now. You can shoot suppressed subsonic without ear protection.
Here we go. Come from here. Oh, heart's pounding on this one, guys. All right, fire in the hole. I didn't put one in the chamber. I'm nervous. All right. Now fire in the hole. Oh my God. All right. Let's see if I have any eardrums in the table left. All right,
oh
go,
my
guys.
God. Okay, subsonic rounds are fucking crazy. That's nothing, dude. That's actually wild. I did not know that. I did not know that it was like that, dude. That's crazy. This is why women live longer. That is, bro, that's terrifying. That is terrifying. It's terrifying that that's an invention, but it's also terrifying that that's like in civilian use. Like now, okay, now I take it back. It's the $6,000 can he's got on it.
Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And I still have my eardrums. That wasn't loud at all. I love this. Love it, love it. Wow.
Bro, that shit fucking
1 year and so much
that shit fires like a BB gun, dude. Like I feel like BB guns make more noise when you fire them. What the fuck?
Alright. Now fire in the hole. Oh my God. Alright. Let's see if I have any eardrums in the table left. Alright, here we go, guys. Fire in the hole.
That is insane. Okay, that blew my fucking mind. I didn't even know that was a thing. So the silencers they're not like, it's the subsonic rounds that are making this so quiet. It's not just the silencer, because the silencer itself is like, it'll cover the only coverage that gives you. I mean, it's both, but the suppressor, the coverage that the suppressor often gives you is like, it just hides where it's coming from. Like it suppresses the noise, certainly, but not to the degree that like you think in movies where it goes dunk. Like it's not like that. But I wonder what the fuck. I actually wonder, dude. I do wonder where the fucking bullet went. Lesser gunpowder amount is making the most difference.
Oh, that was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I still
muzzle flash suppressor is at the tip. This is also an acoustic suppressor.
Drums. That wasn't loud at all. I love this. Love it. Love it. Wow. Let's get this ejector round out here. Look at that.
That's just toxic. Like you're just peppering your fucking living room with fumes and gases and poison and lead for literally no reason. But hey, fuck it. What do I know?
Yes, sir. It's my round. That was pretty nice. Again,
my dad had an AR-15. He let me hold it once. I told him this was too much for anyone to have. He doesn't have it anymore. No, I mean, I've shot plenty of AR-15s. AR-15s are fun as fuck to shoot. Like they are easier to shoot than handguns. That's kind of the point, and that's kind of the problem with AR-15s. But I just know this guy ain't married. No way he got a wife letting him do this. No, he said his wife was away. I wonder what, like, I do want to understand where the fuck, like, what he's shooting at. Like, he has no control of what's going on downrange. You know what I mean? Like, he has no idea. He has absolutely no idea what the fuck he's shooting at. So that's the most terrifying part of that. You shooting a Desert Eagle?
7 and 8. All right. Holy, is that the Deagle?
Holy fuck, this video only had 16,000 views? That's crazy. This is like a fire vlog.
Eagle's first. Yes, sir. Oh, God. Okay, fire when ready. There's an eagle? Yep. Fuck yeah.
Jesus Christ!
This guy, M4.
What? Oh my God, dude!
You're gonna get a concussion, okay?
Yeah.
You got him in the nuts twice.
What?
You shot him in the twice, dude.
Oh, hell yeah. There it is.
Chad, this is
You're gonna use
ridiculous.
the red laser dot in there to aim.
Wait, is that the automatic shotgun? That was awesome. That's the Tarkov gun.
The chopper. Here, and lean.
Oh no, it's the MP5.
Nice and easy.
But this point, this notch. Okay. Oh, that's a new one.
Yeah.
This was literally just put on about an hour ago.
Excellent.
Or no, it's not the MP5. It's the, I can't tell from over here. I think it's the AR-15. Never mind. Just the AR-15s are kind of boring to shoot, in my opinion. Bow recoil and no big bang. The least climactic gun I've ever shot.
Wow.
Yes. Good stuff.
No, the most fun was the Draco, dude. Wait, let's see. Will's shooting too, but Will shot the MP5. Will's chicken winging it. Wait, let me see if I can find the Draco.
So you're gonna hold down the trigger, don't let go for this one.
Oh.
All 5 shots are gonna pop up like.
Oh, this is the automatic shotgun.
Oh no!
All 5 shots are gonna pop off in like a fourth of a second.
Okay, I'll feel tender. It's all right. The full auto shotgun, baby. Oh. Why did I do that? This was a silly one.
Holy! Look
It's
at
so
this
good.
bag.
It's the Tarkov gun. That's literally the Tarkov gun. That was you look like a baby. This was literally last year, bro. I mean, not last year, 2 years ago, I guess at this point. 20. Wait, no, it was last year. It was literally last year. Not even 2 years ago. What the fuck? Time is just broken for me. Why are you so happy? Yeah, it's a Saiga. Look how much you aged them, bro.
So, all right.
Look at the bag.
It's just, hold it like the AK right there. Yeah, nice and tight. You want to lean your chest in it like.
Oh, what the fuck? This sucks.
Aim for that. Aim where his nuts are. Okay.
And I don't stop pushing.
Don't stop.
Don't stop.
Go.
Oh! Oh!
Wait, did I get all of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta do one more.
You got all that one.
Dude, the Draco was the most fun.
Is the riot over?
No, an AK-12 is not a shotgun. The 12 doesn't mean 12 gauge. What? Yeah, the old subscriber notification was fucking annoying. I didn't even realize it was like that. Wait, where's the Draco? Oh, so automatic shotgun. I shot a bunch. Oh, this is the... That was fun as fuck,
nipples. How
too.
spicy are your nipples right now?
I'm so spicy. My nipples are spiced up.
3, 2, 1, go.
That's right, baby. I need that for a home defense, baby. We got to do this again. I got to do this again, dude. This was so much fun. Indoor range, Omega Law. Dude, it was in Vegas. What do you want me to fucking do? This was the only one that would like let us film and shit. You look like a Florida cocaine dealer shopping for guns. Some might say I am. You make fun of gun weaves, but you know you had a blast shooting? Dude, I always admit I love guns. Like, I think guns are fun as fuck. It's just that they're also incredibly dangerous. And I recognize that, which is why I believe that there should be proper regulation for it. That's the difference. The difference between me and like gun weeps who are like, me and dumbass gun weeps is that like, I personally believe that there should be regulation surrounding these murder dildos. They are absolutely, they're fun as fuck. I've always fucking shot guns and loved guns. Liberals realizing that leftists like guns is the funniest thing. Like, there's photos of me with a fucking ghost gun from many years ago. Like, I've known about and have talked about ghost guns and how easy it is to make. Like, when I was back in fucking TYT, I know someone who has a fucking I know someone who has a ghost gun that they didn't like 3D print, but they basically bought all the fucking IKEA parts for. You know what I mean? Do you think that the cloud that you have now, you wouldn't they wouldn't let you go into a Hogfield gun range? No, gun folks are, even hogs are so fucking nice because they love when people come and appreciate what they appreciate. They're just like fucking, this is their hobby. So you have people that are you know, paying you to have fun and experience your fucking hobby. The only fear I have is like, what if some psychotic person like comes with a gun to the range and then turns it on me or some shit? That's the only fucking fear that I have is like some psycho. You know what I mean? Like some fucking incel freak or some shit like that. There is no reason is the argument of the small-minded. Please explain to me why you need a rifle that can pierce through 4 walls for home defense. There's a 0% chance this dude has fired this gun more than 10 times. There's also no reason to have an anti-material rifle outside of the shooting range. This is just tactical nonsense. It's true though. Also, here, let's watch. This is the Draco. The range workers are 1000% trained to handle that. If you turn it the wrong way, you'll have 7 guns pointed at you instantly. You shouldn't worry about that. Stop bursting, pussy. No, I was bursting on purpose, dude. What the fuck? It's an automatic weapon. Why wouldn't you burst? I mean, oh, you mean just like let it rip? No, I would never do that. I wanted to fucking, you know, continue the fun. Yeah, why would I fucking full auto and just like let it out, let it rip for like fucking, you know, let it rip for like fucking 10 seconds and then it's over. Like the fun's over. I want to keep it going. It's like when I lost my virginity, I was like, I want this to last as long as I possibly can. Cause like, I don't know when I'm going to have the opportunity. You know what I mean? Like that was the same mentality I had with the fucking gun. So crazy to think there are 16-year-olds in Chicago with Dracos on the street. Yeah, it is crazy. It's fucked up. It's not good.
Them to reject this. This is a medical apartheid, plain and simple. There's over 100 million Americans who are not vaccinated. I think it's even more than that. And if they want to start shutting down air travel for these people to get around the country, I think that's actually a constitutional violation because you actually have a constitutionally protected right to free, unrestricted travel within the United States of America. And I
love that these motherfuckers are like, we want to do Oregon Trail, like, again. And we need to bring back like all of the diseases that came along with it.
10 months, love you.
I've never seen a group of individuals that want to die ahead of their fucking life expectancy more, dude. These just, it's at a certain point you're like, yeah, you just want to die, bro. Like there's nothing I can do about this. You just want to fucking die. I don't know how to deal with this. I don't understand it. It doesn't like fit inside of my brain. This mentality.
I genuinely believe that what's going on right now is that all that's going to happen if United Airlines and American Airlines and Delta even, if
medical apartheid is when your freedom of movement is restricted because you refuse to take a fucking free vaccine that will you know, help end this fucking pandemic, or at the very least like help end some of the worst impacts of the pandemic, which is like our ERs and our ICUs being fucking backed up with hogs that refuse to take it.
If they decide to start requiring vaccine mandates, let me tell you, I'm very confident there will be another air carrier that will come to the field, and patriots like myself and you will give them all of our business. We should be encouraged.
What's Ludwig doing on Newsmax? Yeah, he's just trying to be a fucking, you know, congressperson, dude. I love Republicans because like they believe everything but actual apartheid is apartheid. You know what I mean? It's so funny. Like you can show them actual apartheid and they're like, no, you're wrong. That's actually good. Like show them like, you know, Israel dealing with Palestinians. No, that's not apartheid. That's actually good. What the fuck? But like, you know, apartheid is when you won't let me not take a vaccine. Also, Cawthorn 100% took the vaccine. No shot, dude. No shot. Most unvaccinated people are poor and a lot of black people aren't vaccinated. Both of those sentiments are incorrect and just completely incorrect. There are, however, of course, black people that are unvaccinated, poor people that are unvaccinated. Some of the main reasons for why they are unvaccinated, however, isn't just some of the main reasons outside of disinformation and the fact that they just simply don't want to get vaccinated is because they have fear of taking time off of work. Okay? They don't want to or can't afford to take time off work. OSHA, or OSHA at the very least, eliminates that problem for people that are refusing to get that, refusing to get the vaccine for that fear, especially if you're like a federal employee or if you're an employee that is in a company that's 100+ people, then you absolutely are able to get vaccinated and also take time off work to get vaccinated, take time off work after you get vaccinated. So it doesn't matter. The only people, what? Oh, he's saying that person is saying that I'm black and poor, also vaccinated though. Yeah, I think that dumbass chatter saw the Glenn Greenwald tweet about the poor being unvaxxed. OSHA can't handle enforcing his normal duties. How are they going to enforce this? Easy peasy, baby. You just fucking you snitch. That's it. What, you guys think that like OSHA has to fucking send a person to every single business to make sure that their regulations are being followed? No. All you need to do is snitch. 14 grand punishment. Like, OSHA's existence is the reason why we have regulations, not because they're like literally going into every workplace at all times and making sure that fucking, you know, people are wearing hard hats and shit. Okay. You just don't want to get fucking, you just don't want to get caught. That's how most laws and regulations work anyway. It's not like I mean, we are under a 24/7 surveillance state, but Awkwafina addresses controversy of using black scent in films. The fuck is that? I don't even know what this is.
I'm open to the conversation. I think it, you know, it's
shooting socialism with my free Twitch
Prime. It really is something that, I think is a little bit multifaceted and layered, and so yeah.
She's from Queens. Who cares? What is this? I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, why are people mad at this person? She's doing a black scent or something. What is the problem? What does she say? Like dead ass B. She's an Asian rapper. She used to. You never understand black scent. Just move on, dude. She did a black scent to get famous, and now she dropped it. I know what a black scent is, man. You don't have to fucking be like black scent equals black accent. Doing a bit and trying to sound like what one perceives a black person to speak. Dapper Alexander. I know what black scent is, okay? It's just like AAVE. Got a lot of flack for blackfishing in the past by using AAVE black scent when she was coming up. Okay. She's a black. Okay, show me what she's doing. I want to know. No, I just don't know who the fuck Awkwafina is, okay? I don't know who the fuck this person is, so I don't know why the fuck people are upset or what she's done. I know what black scent is. I just don't know who this person is or what they've done. Here's a role in Crazy Rich Asians. Awkwafina black scent video.
Live your dream, but don't sleep.
5
don't
months
sleep, because she might disappear. Saw that? Sweat, right? Yeah. She came back though. She like.
Do people understand that this like I just this is like such a fucking I don't even want to talk about this. I don't. Why is this fucking news, dude? Holy shit. Like she's fucking yeah, it's a role.
Thailand, Brunei.
She's playing a role, and especially if she's from that fucking area, like I don't know why the fuck people are just over it, especially if she's from like if that's like how she spoke when she grew up and it's authentic. It's not like she's from a fucking suburb or some shit. She grew up in the fucking Bronx. Yeah, like I feel like kids in fucking Ohio who've like never been around a diverse environment or never been around people that have like grown up in a city or grown up around black people who just do not comprehend or understand that like that there's just like people that speak like that normally, but maybe because they are like they're just assimilated. Like maybe it's because like they themselves are trying to fake it. You know what I mean? They're trying to fake it because they grew up in fucking Naperville and there's like no black people in their neighborhood. And then when they like when they grow up a little bit and become more politically minded, they're like, well, I was faking it, so this person's faking it too. Fuck that person. I don't know. It just feels like very TikTok backed. You're the one who faked it, Hassan. I'm still faking it. I'm faking my American accent currently. My non-regional specific American accent is a fake one. Accents are regional, cultural, not racial. If you're from a region and culture, you speak the way others are from speak. Yeah. Do you have any black friends? No. Not a single one. They're like, I mean, who's paying for these extremely high-end videos? Little Miss Artist from nowhere. At some point, we just got to remember, at some point, we have to recognize that, like, we are the weird ones, okay? It's not the social media. It's us. We ruin everything, okay? We just ruin every fucking thing. What the fuck is this?
My life fucking sucks.
I'm a YouTube reactor who used to disingenuously hype up anything that was trendy. But I got tired of cosplaying as rappers and have started cosplaying as Billie Eilish. While trying to pursue a music career with my YouTube channel, I wiped of all of its reaction content. Sadly, my music can't stand on its own, so it needs to be carried with flashy videography, as well as a manipulative social media campaign, where I try to sell you on a sob story, while throwing other artists under the bus who have
I love that because I refuse to sell my soul. Like, that's the funniest part about it, dude. It's like, yeah, that's why that's why your music career hasn't taken off, because you didn't sell your soul like Lil Nas X did.
Probably had a harder time than me. Don't worry though, I'm not selling out, I'm buying in. With every advantage I've got. Because I'm entitled to your attention, and I don't care how I get it, because...
My life fucking sucks.
That's a great video.
Let's talk about...
Dude, I love Fantano. Dude, what a fucking melon. What a wonderful melon that is. They try to cancel Simu from Shang Chi as anti-black and sexism. Well, didn't he also, so Simu Liu, I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly, so I'm sorry. Reddit debacle is really annoying me because if you took 5 minutes to fact check, you'd find out that it's all nonsense. If you're not lazy to do that, here, I'll just do it for you. They found his like Reddit or something first, so you can find a backup of everything Simu ever posted on Reddit here. Yes, this was his account. He has comments dating all the way back. Now for the made up shit. Posted in incel subreddits. The subreddit was not an incel subreddit. Oh no, wait, he was posting an ACN identity. Oh no, okay, dude, that is a fucking oh no. Okay, that's spicy. That is definitely an incel subreddit, but like kind of, but you might not know that. You might not know that. This subreddit was not an incel subreddit. Oh, they're saying it's not an incel subreddit in 2016. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Everything turns into incel subreddits eventually. Every subreddit turns incel and Nazi eventually, but it might not have been that way. Okay. Simu found this post because it is about Kim's convenience. All 4 comments he made are the same post. Thanks, man. I don't think I'm famous enough for people to want to pretend to be me. Haha, but thank you. Context goes a long way, folks. Here's the post and comments Simu replied to. Isn't one of the things that he was saying that he's like, he like understands, he had to do like research to play a pedophile or something. And then he said something along the lines of like is that fake or is that real? I think that was like the main thing that everyone was like fucking freaking out over. Context goes a long way, folks. Here's the post he made about, replied to every post he made in the subreddit. Notice they're all in the same post by Kim's convenience. Then there's this one in which Simu says he hates terrorists. I'm not sure what the gotcha was there. In the context of the question, he's replying to, he just says he hates terrorists. Think it's okay to strap a bomb to themselves and walk into a school, kill mothers, and attempt to brainwash the children to fight as soldiers? Think that women shouldn't be allowed to show their faces in public? Seriously, guys, get some fucking real answers in here. What a pool of first world problems. What is something people do that makes you instantly despise them? Wow, dude. He said, I hate terrorism. What are some asshole things that you do or say on a regular basis? I'm all about gender equality. However, girls are just not as good as boys at sports. And whenever I play volleyball with a girl on the team, I always get frustrated. Sometimes I say things. Back me up here, fellas. It's just different. Bro, this is so funny. Dude, these are such like little baby things to get mad at. And they're like from 7 years ago, too. What the fuck? That's like 7 years ago, dude. And they're like deleted. Get the fuck out of here. I wasn't an idiot 7 years ago. Shut the fuck up. You're still an idiot. You're saying idiotic shit right now. It's not the point is, the point isn't like, oh my God, well, 7 years ago, they were 23 or some shit like that. The point is 7 years ago, you were a different person. Like you might have fucking changed your entire worldview over the course of 7 fucking years, dude. Are you nuts? Anyway, people, forgive the poor guy. He spent like 2 months not being a stock photo actor. Don't take that away from him. Nah, he's done, dude. Nah, he's not done. And then there's the Simu Liu was a moderator of a subreddit against black women post. I do not know where the hell this came from. I've combed through his entire post history, found nothing. I can't find it. Wait, what the fuck? This is the whitest post I've ever seen. My man, don't defend. Oh my God, he did not just go, you know what I can find though? 182 posts about how much he loves basketball, so he can't be racist. Am I right, folks? Like, I'm not even saying he is, but like, that's such a bad defense. Okay, this is way better. Maybe he wasn't saying that, but Your comment is absolute bullshit. It really doesn't matter if you see color or not. The people around you do. I identify as Asian specifically because I'm treated as such. It's really that simple. Nobody's crying about your hurt feelings. The other people are racist against whites to argument. The guy whose comment you responded to is such fucking bullshit. I hope everyone can laugh at the stereotype and realize not all Chinese people are like that. Sorry to be that guy. Just struck a bit of nerve. Okay, his anti-racism revolves around anti-Asian racism, though. The only thing that, I mean, all of this stuff is like stupid as fuck. So in short, Simu Liu is not an incel, and based on the fact there's zero evidence. So why did Simu Liu delete his account? Probably because he spoke about his sex life or how his ex-girlfriend broke his heart. Intimate things that you probably wouldn't mind a few peeps on Reddit knowing before you were famous, but not the entire world now that you're Marvel famous. So that's the only part. The only like spicy thing that he's talking about is pedophilia. And there is like because I read the post. There's one part of it that sticks out, and that's a big no-no because of how much pedophilia and homosexuality have been compared to one another by psychopathic Republicans and just like reactionary people in general. But if you read the entirety of the post, he's talking about like non-offenders that have no way to like reach out to people to get medical help. Here, I'll read it. It is just a debate lord post. Yeah, like I think it is a debate lord kind of post. Now, do I think the comparison between gay people and pedos is great? Nah, it's actually pretty awfully worded and structured. However, I think Simu's point about gay conversion therapy and pedophilia conversion therapy was spot on. I think he just kind of ran with it, sprinted with it, to be honest. The main point is the difference between a pedophile and a gay person is that a gay person is not hurting another consenting adult, okay? Whereas a child cannot consent. So a pedophile inherently, of course, is in every single instance, if they act out on their desires, actually hurting people like in devastating ways. I can't believe we're having this conversation. I can't believe like that, like this is, it's like an insane thing to even put side by side. This is not like something that I'm saying that is insightful, but I can't believe that I have to explain it in the most charitable way of reading what the fuck he was saying. In the most charitable way, I think he was like just talking about how pedophiles who never act out on their desires have like they have no opportunity to get help like ever. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Here, let's read it. Where's the fucking post? We'll get to the Dave Rubin post in a second. He recognized, disclaimer, if you dig far back enough, I'm sure you'll find a more immature version of me who gave in to the anger and hate. It doesn't make me a hypocrite. It makes me a human being. Mentalities evolve. We shift, right? We shift and we grow, and we all, yeah, I mean, this is like, nowhere in this statement do I see an apology for what, dude? Apology for what? Preemptively apologize that someone's gonna find his like old post that he'd fucking deleted? Yeah, fuck these people, man. Yeah, I swear to God. Like, this guy came from the future back to like 2019 to demand an apology from him. Ugh, people are so dumb. Anyway. In the pedophilia sympathizing post, why aren't you addressing it? And pedophilia? Are we just ignoring the weird pedo defense stuff? So I only saw one thing. Wait, where's the pedo stuff? Can you show me can someone give me like the link of just the pedo stuff? And not like, oh, here it is. Hey, I'm a Canadian actor and I thought I'd chime in. Ray recently did a show in which I played a pedophile and did a significant amount of research, clinical studies, mind you, not the method stuff. Thanks, dude. What the fuck? How do you method act pedophilia, bro? Like, that's sus as fuck. Okay. On the disorder and how it's perceived in the media. In the end, the role completely changed the way I look at pedophilia and has become much more sympathetic to anyone who was born with those urges. Kind of it's a bad fucking, just not say that. Just don't write that out, okay? From a biological standpoint, it's no different than being gay. A small mutation in the genome that defines our sexual preferences. Depending on what area of the world you were born and what time, it might also been perfectly acceptable thing to act on those urges. Oh my God, these are like Nambla ass fucking, these are literally like Nambla ass lines, bro. This is so stupid. Depending on what area of the world we were born and what time, it would also be perfectly acceptable thing to act on those urges. Now we all know that taking advantage of minors is wrong, disgusting and vile even. But with the exception of Germany, we are going about it completely in the wrong way. It's like we haven't learned anything by studying homosexuality. We're talking about exploring the same cures to pedophilia as we were to homosexuality 20 years ago, a la conversion therapy and whatnot. This is horrible, okay? Because a pedophile acting out on their desires or urges can never, ever, ever be compared to a gay person doing that. Okay? You can't. And this entire post is just fucking devastatingly wrong. Oh my fucking Lord. And anyone trying to defend it is silly as fuck. The only part, it's not a comparison of the acts. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only part of this that is like even salvageable to a certain fucking degree is the understanding that like we never, we don't have like good enough treatments, or we don't even have a conversation about like how to fucking rehabilitate people that have pedophile urges that never act on it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, that's it. That's the only fucking thing. But the comparison alone is just like, it's such a fucking understandably hot topic to fucking ever discuss without like choosing your words very, very carefully, that you know, making this comparison is like insane. And to the people who are saying like, oh, he's just talking about the cure, he's just talking about the cure, he's just talking about the cure, you're ridiculous. Like, yeah, the cures to homosexuality are not necessary. A cure to pedophilia is. That's the main difference. So you can't make that fucking comparison. Do you not understand that? How is this so difficult for you to comprehend? There is no need. There is no need for a cure for homosexuality. Okay? That is an inherently homophobic notion, an inherently homophobic idea. As a part of my research, I discovered that these people have literally nowhere to turn, even non-offending pedophiles. They cannot seek treatment in most parts of the world because the therapists or psychiatrists would be legally required to report it. Wait, where's the rest of it? You can't compare homosexuality to pedophilia. Paraphilias are separate from sexual orientation. Yes. You use the appropriate terminology that I was searching for. Yes. It's like saying murderers don't need to be cured or some shit like that. What? Do you think there truly is a cure to pedophilia? And wouldn't that mean there would be a cure to homosexuality? No. There is no, like, I don't think there is currently in the way that we understand it. I don't think there is a cure to pedophilia. There is a way to manage those urges, I guess. I would assume. It's not a sexuality, though. You got to stop making it seem like it's a sexuality. And depending on where you live in the world, sexual relations with children isn't even illegal. Oh, dude. It's weird how we've latched on to this narrative of morality and right versus wrong when we've only recently decided it was wrong. Okay, dude. Okay. Oh, dude. That's fucking... That's some real Reddit libertarian hours, dude. Holy fuck. I mean, this dude is doing like the Noah Berlatsky approach here. You know what I mean? I mean, that's the most like weird out of all of his like old posts. I don't give a fuck about anything, really. Okay, I don't give a fuck about all this other shit. He was on AZN Identity, like who cares? Whatever, fucking 7 years ago, suck my cock, right? That's the only one out of all of his old fucking posts that was definitely like incredibly suspicious. And pedophilia has more parallels to rape, not specifically tied to sexual orientation per se, but more related to non-consensual urges. Thank you. Yes, exactly. And it should be considered alongside like trying to rehabilitate like rapists and trying to rehabilitate people that have like sexual desires that are criminal, immoral, horrible as a consequence of the desires being fulfilled. Okay? Like when the consequences of someone like that having a desire fulfilled means that you are harming someone in a devastating capacity. Okay? This is precisely why you can never make a comparison between that and homosexuality. Do you understand? It's an analogy, not a comparison, for fuck's sake. Even the analogy, it's not good though. Yeah. In the most charitable understanding of what's going on here, in the most charitable approach to like whatever the fuck he said that is like indefensible, the most charitable is like, yeah, he was trying to be more understanding of people who suffer from having like a serious mental problem that manifests itself in a sexual desire to, you know, fuck kids, and that is horrifying. And he tried to be as empathetic as possible to literally just the automatic villain, for understandable reasons, by the way, the automatic villains of society. And he ended up looking like he's defending pedophiles. That's it. Child abuse is a problem, but that isn't solved by trying to demonize pedophiles in the sense that they shouldn't be hunted and not. No, it's not the same with being gay or trans. To prevent those people from acting their urges and getting help is to create an environment where those people are comfortable come forward and ask to help without witch hunting. I don't think they can come forward without. No, there is no such thing. There is no like fucking like being open-minded to pedophilia so they can feel comfortable to come out. No, one thing you can do is have the government have a different approach than like hunting pedophiles, but instead kind of hunting them so that you can catch them before they act out on their urges and immediately move them into like rehabilitation, like immediately move them into medication and rehabilitation. That's it. That's the only thing I can think of is just like it's the government having like services where like if you're Googling some shit that's like awfully sus, if you're Googling some shit that's awfully sus, boom, immediately they're like, authorities are here. Listen, you know, we're going to investigate to see that you have not ever done anything like this. And then, you know, we're going to take the appropriate measures and try to rehabilitate. Okay. But how can someone be rehabilitated if they never will be respected in society, even if they've never done anything? Can't people just use the same argument? You're stating against homosexuality, harming society? No, they can't. You can't, unless you're a fucking homophobe, you idiot. Unless you're literally homophobic. No, because there is no problem with, you know, fucking ass and getting ass fucked. Okay? But there is a problem with fucking kids. How is this? How is this like? You're literally comparing rape to a consensual fucking act, dude. The fuck is wrong with you? Oh my god, dude! I got some like real fucking psychos in here right now. I think this is a real weird. Jesus Christ! I feel like this is very akin to mental illness they used to be treated. You want to help these psychopaths? Are you crazy too? Kind of like that. You guys know my take on this. Like, I've been very open about my rehabilitation over incarceration point of view when it comes to prisons, and I've also talked about like, yes, there currently isn't a lot of good ways to help violent criminal psychopaths, but that shouldn't stop us from trying to figure out how to deal with violent criminal psychopaths, like rehabilitate them as best as we can, medicate them so that they can control urges that they may or may not have. So yeah, I do agree with that. And I've talked about this a bunch of times, like, you know, and same shit goes for pedophiles as well. You're trying to say that it's the same as being gay because it is a sexual urge and they don't choose that way, but it's still wrong. Then say it's the same as being straight, dude. Like, because being gay is no different than being straight. It's a sexual desire. But hey, guess what? Being gay is very different than, you know, statutory rape of a minor. Okay? I can't believe I literally have to describe this. In 2021, in my fucking community of all communities. Jesus Christ. That is wild. I mean, it's actually shocking, but I guess it's still necessary to have this conversation. Anyway. Colin
Kaepernick has been working out.
What is this?
All of this time.
I'm in the streets. Max almost seems blacker than you, Stephen A. with what he's coming. You know.
What did he say? Jesus Christ, dude! What the fuck?
Meanwhile, breaking news, Sacramento Kings' new big man, Zach Randolph, was arrested and charged with marijuana possession with intent to sell by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department on Wednesday night, according to police reports. Stephen A., talk to me.
I'm shocked, first of all. I'm a fan of Zach Randolph. I'm shocked at the stupidity of him finding himself in this situation. I won't go off about the weed just yet. But this is an individual that has made well over $150 million in his career. I find it very, very difficult to believe that he was intending to sell. But in the end, it's inexcusable that he found himself in this position.
Anyone with half a brain knows Zach Randolph. Let me go out on a limb here. Zach Randolph wasn't intending to sell weed. Okay, and the profit margins wouldn't be enough for it to be worth his time, considering what he makes in the NBA. Everyone use your head. That has nothing to do with anything. That's because they can say that the intent was there based on the amount he bought, which should be nobody's business. But I consistently, when this issue comes up, you focus on the fact that the athlete was stupid because they know what was it.
Why are you watching this racist ass shit? Oh, because I actually do want to talk about it. I have no opinion on Max Kellerman or Stephen A. Smith, and this title is fucking ridiculous. I think it's probably like a Stephen A. Smith hater who fucking made this compilation to you know, turn around and be like, Stephen A. Smith is not even like really black, blah blah blah, whatever, right? But the only reason why I'm actually showing this is because it does tie into what I watched last night, Malice at the Palace. And for those of you who are uninitiated, for those of you who don't know, it's the famous Detroit Pacers, like Detroit Indiana game, like Detroit Pistons versus Indiana Pacers game that took place where Ron Artest and Jermaine O'Neal and Ben Wallace got into a bit of a scuffle. Then they actually turned around and you know, one of the fans fucking threw like a beer at Ron Artest as he was like winding down, and basically that re-triggered him to run into the crowds and start beating the fucking shit out of people in the stands. Now, I'm going to show you it because it's fucking awesome.
Well, this isn't good.
But the reason why I'm talking about this and how it ties back to like how NBA commentators are like fucking oftentimes incredibly racist is because of the media coverage of this action that took place. Yes, not Meta World Peace anymore. It's Meta Artest. He changed his name again during COVID. So it's actually Meta Artest. But like, you know, stop. Just shut up.
It's November 19th, 2004. We're at the Palace of Auburn Hills in Michigan. The visiting Indiana Pacers are winding down a blowout victory over their rival Detroit Pistons. Garbage time got a little testy and a fight broke out.
So before that even happens though, the fight breaks out because they're fucking destroying them. It's the fucking fourth quarter, okay? They're already like clapping them up in Detroit. They're embarrassing them. Right? They have an opportunity to win. Like, they have an opportunity to fucking, you know, become ring holders here. Okay. This is like a huge opportunity for the Pacers to just, you know, win the whole thing. And what ends up happening is Ron Artest runs up on Ben Wallace and fouls him, like personally and egregiously fouls him as Ben Wallace is going up for a layup. Okay. So, yeah, it's a regular season game, but this is like the best team that they've had, and they are going to. It looks like they're gonna they feel as though they have an opportunity to fucking win the entire thing, and they've always had this like fat rivalry between Detroit and Pacers. They're both fucking defensive teams. They're both shit talkers. They're both aggressive. Okay, just shut up and listen. Yeah, they're the two best teams in the East, and at the time, Indiana had just won or had just lost the previous year. So they like Ron Artest. Ron Artest engages in an egregious foul, okay, against Ben Wallace after they've already embarrassed them. He didn't have to do that, okay? He's how do I describe it? Like, fouls like that you can have, okay? You can do fouls like that. It's just like not at the fourth quarter when you've already embarrassed this fucking team thoroughly, right? So he's being a shitty winner, okay? He's being a shitty winner. Ben Wallace turns around, and I guess at the time his brother had passed away recently, so he was like in a really weird state mentally, according to him. Turns around and fucking claps him in the face, okay? He turns around and punches Ron Artest. Now, this sort of shit used to happen in the NBA regularly, okay? And it's just like a scuffle that would get dealt with. It would never like seep into the crowds. You know, there's like a little bit of pushing back and forth, but ultimately every single person on that fucking court are friends with one another. Most of those people are friends with one another, okay? Outside of like minor differences, they're friends with one another. They like each other. They fight a little bit, but ultimately they get together and they're fine, okay? They know each other. They're friends with each other. Hate to see black men fighting each other when we should fight the milk people. Well, guess what? That's kind of the reason why this it was totally blown out of proportion, and like because they did fight the milk people. Okay, that's precisely what happened. So here, let's watch.
Garbage time got a little testy and a fight broke out. It was a pretty normal basketball fight, just some basketball players shoving each other. But in its
he didn't. I thought he punched him. I guess he just pushed him like that. He pushed Ron Artest like super fucking hard.
Someone in the crowd just chucked their drink at Indiana's Ron Artest.
So he's not getting super into it, but what's going on is after he pushes him, like a scuffle happens, right? Ron Artest goes back to the scoring table and just lays down on the scoring table. And that pisses off the Pistons fans even more. Why does it piss off the Pistons fans even more? Because, yeah, most of the fans are gone. The remaining fans are starting to come down to the come down closer to the fucking court. They're pissed off. They're angry. These details are important. So, yeah. So Ron Artest lays down on the scoring table. He says he's laying down on the scoring table because he wants to manage his anger. That's what his therapist is telling him to do. You know, start counting to 5, take deep breaths, and you know, renegotiate. He gets down on the scoring table. That pisses off the Pistons fans even further. They find that really disrespectful. Ben Wallace at the time also found that really disrespectful as well. He thought it was like really, really fucked up. So
chuck their drink at Indiana.
And then someone chucks a drink at him.
Test. This is going to become something else entirely. You probably know what's about to happen and what that will do to the NBA, its relationship to its players and to society. But what about what came before? Another way to understand the gravity of this moment is to know how these people got here, to understand what they've built before a grim turn of events tears it all down. This moment is about to detonate. Let's look back on what it will destroy. First, we should talk about what just happened. There was a fight, a regular old basketball fight. With under a minute to go, the Pistons were down double digits, but still had a few starters on the floor, including all-star center Ben Wallace. And Indiana coach Rick Carlisle was managing multiple injured players, so he hadn't totally emptied his bench either. Ron Artest, Indiana's chief agitator, had been bothering Wallace and the rest of the Pistons all night, and he was still on the floor. And when Artest put a somewhat hard foul on Big Ben with the game already decided, Wallace lashed out. This had the potential to be a big deal. Wallace was really mad, and Artest can be unpredictable. And the refs, Ron Garretson, Tommy Nunez, and Tim Donaghy, didn't do a great job controlling the situation. Thankfully, Artest and Wallace's teammates seem to have settled things down. That includes Detroit's Rasheed Wallace, who's had some famous battles with these referees, but did them a huge favor this time around by breaking up what could have escalated into a brawl. While Ben Wallace is over here fuming, Artest has taken up residence on the scorer's table. Artest is prone to erratic behavior, famous for fighting opponents and smashing a TV camera, but also for odd and kind of charming stuff like applying for a job at Circuit City so he could get an employee discount, or getting benched a couple games this season because he asked for time off to promote his rap album. The point is, Artest choosing this moment to recline on the scorer's table is weird, but not out of character, and probably better than him staying in the middle of things while tempers are high. Up to this moment, he's done no more than deliver a hard foul. The only person who needs to worry about a suspension or any serious punishment at all is Ben Wallace.
Yep.
So immediately, that's how we got here, a moment away from a drink hitting Artest. But a hard foul and a shove and a nap on the scorer's table don't fully explain this animosity. Let's rewind further. After Michael Jordan's retirement from the Bulls in 1998, the Western Conference took over the NBA. For 5 years, either the Spurs or Lakers made it to the NBA Finals and crushed their opponent. In 2000, the Pacers, coached by Larry Bird and led by Reggie Miller and Jalen Rose, had the honor of being the victim, falling to Phil, Kobe, and Shaq in the first chapter of the Lakers' championship three-peat. But after that, neither the Pacers nor the Pistons could even make it to the finals. And after both teams faltered in the 2003 playoffs, both made changes. The Pistons got swept out of the Eastern Conference Finals by the Nets, so they fired head coach Rick Carlisle. Indiana got upset by the Celtics in the first round, so they fired head coach Isaiah Thomas.
Like, I just rewinded it to Ben Wallace pushing him and gave you the backstory. That's it. The Mounds of the Palace documentary is really good on Netflix.
And to bona fide MVP.
The worst part about it is what happens to Reggie Miller, because like that's the reason why he's showing all this, because this is supposed to be like this is supposed to be the fucking season for him, okay? This is his last opportunity.
Indiana to 61 wins, most in the NBA. He commanded a defensive powerhouse, a genuine candidate to snatch the championship back from the Western Conference, whether the Pacers faced Kevin Garnett and the first-place Wolves, Tim Duncan and the Spurs, or a Lakers team that was by this point bloated with a comical amount of all-star talent. But first, the Pacers had to handle Detroit. After upsetting the reigning Eastern Conference champion Nets in a truly wild semifinal series, the Pistons met their old coach and his top-seeded Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals. It was a hard-fought defensive series that turned on a couple huge moments. The 38-year-old Miller came through with a heroic three to secure Game 1 for the home team. And his layup in the closing seconds of Game 2 could have forced overtime and set up a 2-0 series margin, but young Piston Tayshaun Prince, a breakout contributor under Brown, swooped out of nowhere for one of the greatest blocks in playoff history. Indiana lost a big early lead. Tonight marks the Pacers' 7th win in their first 9 games. Miller's missed the beginning of the season with a broken hand, but O'Neal has had a couple huge nights already. And Artest isn't just playing like an all-star and elite defender, he started the year playing like an MVP, scoring efficiently, distributing, really performing at a superstar level through these first couple weeks. Tonight was a statement game, a chance to get on national TV and send a message to the defending champs that this year wouldn't be like last year. And message sent, I would say. And of course, Detroit sent a message right back showing they hadn't forgotten Artest's antics in Game 6 last season. The rivalry is strong, but the Pacers clearly have the upper hand. 2004's best regular season team is looking even stronger headed into 2005, and looking around, you can see it's not just internal improvement. This is Steven Jackson, a huge addition Indiana made this summer. It wasn't the huge addition of the summer, not in an offseason in which
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Okay, this video, I'm sorry. This video is only fun if you're like already a huge fan of the sport and like already knew this and all that stuff. Okay, none of this fucking matters, okay? The backstory is completely unimportant. This guy, okay, so basically a fight fucking breaks out. They push each other, they shove each other, whatever. Ben Wallace is still fucking mad. He's like throwing his headbands and shit, okay? He's throwing his headbands, he's like still agitating, he's still trying to get in. That's a bad foul. It's a bad foul. Straight up.
It's not a normal foul, but not that hard.
And that's a fucking ridiculous push. It's not even a push, it's a face push. So it's completely unacceptable. So now you got Ron Artest, now named Meta Artest, laying on the scoring table.
Has been ejected.
And that is coming across as very disrespectful to Ben Wallace, who's like very upset. No, it's not Meta World Peace. He changed his fucking name. Shut up, chatters. He changed his name back. It's now Meta Artest. Oh my god. 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 It used to be Meta World Peace, and then it was like Kung Fu Panda or some shit. And then he rechanged it during COVID to Meta Artest. His name currently is fucking Meta Artest, okay? Yeah, what was it? Panda Friend or something? It's just like sports weebs. Literally, I want to say touch grass, but you probably do touch grass a lot. You probably eat grass. You guys are some of the most fucking... You guys are the biggest losers. I swear to God. If you love sports, you are such a fucking loser. Please, shut the fuck up, okay? Jesus Christ. The only difference between you and like an annoying fucking weeb is that the annoying weeb at least kind of understands that they're like over the top and they're like a little bit of a zealot, and they are luckily bullied into not being able to, you know, be as weeb-like in public. But sports fans are not bullied. So they fucking literally think this is a normal behavior. It's not. It's literally not a normal way to operate, okay? You are so fucking annoying. Shut the fuck up. Fuck. This is why I stay the fuck away from sports. Yes, it's Meta Sandiford Artest now. So someone throws a fucking drink. Well, not someone. It's actually this guy. Turns out that guy threw a fucking drink at Ron Artest. Ron Artest literally fucking jumps over like 3 bleachers at the wrong guy and just fucking compsters him, dude. Brings him down. Now the guy is being testy, the one who fucking threw the beer, who also cold cocked him. More drinks are being thrown. Boom! All of a sudden, we got backup. We got backup, boys.
Security trying to somehow restore order. Fans and players are going at it, and the players trying to help each other out.
Bedlam. Chaos. 3 cops to the entire stadium. Nobody knows where the fuck security is. Okay. All hell breaks loose. One very fast forward a little bit further.
Oh, what a sad scene here at the Palace.
Fans are going crazy. They immediately fucking get Ron Artest out of there. Security like puts him in the back room. Like,
it's a fan on the court. This is very
so now fans are fucking rushing the court.
dangerous.
Security pulls Ron Artest away from the fans.
Ron Artest has a look in his eye that's very scary right now. They're trying to get the Pacers to go back to the locker room.
Everybody's trying to pull the fucking, everybody's trying to get the players into the locker room. One, because they're ready to whoop ass, okay? They are ready to whoop ass and chew gum, and they're all out of bubble gum, okay? No more bubble gum left anywhere. They're seeing red. They're like, I am going to fucking whoop some fan ass, which they absolutely deserve to do so. I just want to state this as clearly as I can. If you are a fucking fan in the stands and you throw a beer at a player and that player comes back and flies at you and whoops the fucking living shit out of you, you deserve it. I don't give a fuck about what the repercussions are. You think you're watching this on the TV, motherfucker? No. They're within striking distance, okay? They are literally within striking distance. You really think you could get away with, like, you know, assaulting a 6'8" behemoth of a human? Anyway, let's keep going.
What was maybe you could call a hard foul at best has turned into just an ugly, ugly scene. Chuck Person, the officials, I think they're going to call this game off, and that should be the outcome is definitely decided.
So now they're just like fucking pelting them. They're pelting them with like beers. They're pelting them with fucking drinks. There's a dude who breaks a fucking chair. They're like trying to pull out the chair so they can like start assaulting people with chairs. Anyway. So they successfully bring some of the athletes back there. But it's not over yet.
And they're still not all the way through.
Because Jermaine O'Neal is still out there. Oh, wait, they don't show. Oh, never mind. Okay, wait, hold up. Do they have the fucking... Do they have the slip deck here? Hold on, maybe they have it here. It's so good. Oh, that's right. So fans come down before they successfully bring Ron Artest inside. So they pull him off the crowd. They pull him off the bleachers. Okay. So he's just like, he's on the court. And that dude comes up and tries to square up. Like, can you imagine being like a fat, you know, barber, whatever the fuck this guy's profession is, and like trying to square up with Ron fucking Artest, dude? Are you insane? Are you out of your fucking mind, dude? Are you out of your fucking mind? So Ron just claps the fuck out of him. And there you go. You miss it right there. They don't show it, but this dude almost died. That dude almost fucking died if it wasn't for that slip and slide that Jermaine O'Neal was on. Jermaine O'Neal runs up at this dude, okay? Cocked. You can't really see it here, but you kind of see in the background right here. He runs up at this dude, ready to fucking go, and he fucking slips and he does not connect. If he had connected, that dude would have died. There's no shot that dude survives that. Okay? That fucking slip literally saved that man's life. Okay? So, if God was on that man's side. Bro, they're NBA players, not MMA. Let's relax. Dude, are you insane? Go ask an MMA, go ask a fucking professional fighter if they think like a 6'10", 300-person athlete running up at you cocked, like, and getting punched in the head, like how you would survive that, okay? 300-pound person, like, get punched in the face by someone that's 7 feet tall, you'll be fine since they're technically not MMA yet. Like, what a stupid fucking take, dude. Anyway, one of the dudes gets punched so hard they have to be put in a fucking neck brace. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, that's such a psychotic take. Like, it demonstrably was devastating for the people in the fucking crowds. Anyway, so they fucking bring him inside. But the real reason why I talked about all of this was because a couple things that happened afterwards. Okay? So the NBA changed dramatically after this event. And every single media outlet that covered this story covered it in the absolute most racist, white supremacist ass way you could. First of all, the commissioner at the time, what's his face? Not the bald guy, but the one before him, David Stern. He assumed the reins. He was like, I'm literally personally giving these people the fattest suspensions that have ever existed. It was like unheard of. He personally gave full-blown season suspension to Ron Artest, okay? Insane. In my opinion, an absolutely insane and ridiculous punishment. 25 games for Jermaine O'Neal and 35 games for the other dude. I'm forgetting his name. I think Ben Wallace also got a suspension as well, but not to the same degree. And the reason why you know this shit was racist, Steven Jackson, the reason why you know this shit was racist was because they didn't just issue these suspensions that were unheard of. They also implemented a fucking dress code. Okay? They literally implemented a fucking dress code immediately. No more. None of that thug shit. Like, and when I say, yeah, that was also against AI too. It was also against Allen Iverson. But like all of that at the time was basically manifesting in this attitude that the NBA were a bunch of hip-hop thugs, okay? And these were the actual fucking terms that like grown-ass white dudes in the media were using to speak about these incredible fucking athletes, these incredible black athletes. They were all around the media, from Keith Olbermann to like every single fucking person, kept saying these guys are hip-hop thugs. They're behaving in this like hip-hop thug fashion. Thug was the word, because it's like truly an interesting moment in sports history in the United States of America. I don't know why this person is like saying that as an own. Yeah, like I wasn't born with this information, you fucking idiot. So basically, I can't believe, yeah, this guy fucking shamed me for knowledge, dude. Thanks. So, bro, imagine fucking not being born with this information, you fucking idiot. They kept saying that these guys were unchecked. They were living like a hip hop lifestyle. They were unhinged. They were thugs. Thug was the word that they used over and over and over again, you know, as a substitute for the N-word. Okay. Straight the fuck up. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it real. And the backlash that this created within the media, from all ranks of media, from like Fox News all the way down to like CNN, every single fucking, and ESPN nonstop playing it, was the reason why, you know, these, or people thought that that was the reason why they were doling out these like insane punishments. Part of it that was incredibly frustrating watching it from the future for someone like myself is that I don't think they were at fault at all. But the biggest reason was because, like, when basketball players fight each other, it's one thing, but you can't punch the fans because those are the ticket holders, baby. Those are the fucking people that pay, right? They put the interests of, or they put the sanctity of fans over their own workers, dude. That's how you know how little they give a fuck about the players. They put the protection of fans that deserved an ass whooping over the protection of their own labor force in that situation that was getting mercilessly fucking attacked. Then came the Oakland DA. Because there's, of course, going to be fucking criminal charges, right? Because that's assault. That's like, you know, battery, assault, you know, depending on what the situation is. So then came the criminal charges. And guess what? The American government, the law, was actually better to these black players than the fucking media was and the NBA was. They fucking absolutely ass clapped. They combed through hours and hours of footage, found every single fucking person, or Oakland, the Oakland County prosecutor in Michigan, right? I think. Yeah, Oakland County in Michigan. They combed through hours and hours and hours of footage, and they fucking found every single person, dude. A dude that fucking ripped the chair got, like, you know, assault with a deadly weapon, like, or some shit like that, like a crazy charge. The dude that originally fucking threw the first beer, they found out it was the DA's, like, neighbor's boyfriend. So he personally figured out who the fuck it was. And they fucking clapped their asses up. And that's when, like, the attitude shifted a little bit. But just remember that, like, the government saw what was going on here and saw exactly what you and I saw, which is a bunch of fucking players getting, like, defending themselves and fighting back. The guys in the end, I think, were banned from the games and stuff, and they're still bitter as fuck, and they were like, oh, I did the right thing, whatever. I don't care about the guy who threw the beer, but was the guy who attacked behind him also involved, or was he innocent? No, the guy that was, like, attacking Ron Artest from behind was also was like, they also tried to cold cock him from behind, so he got, like, double charged. Yeah, it changed a lot of police in stadiums too. If you throw anything, no matter how small, you get banned for life. Ron Artest didn't even get a criminal punishment for clapping the dude that squared up with him. The dude that squared up with Ron Artest, like, the DA basically said, in the eyes of the law, you deserve it. You can't run up to a fucking dude in an intimidating manner, in an instance like this, in a chaotic situation like this, with your fucking, you know, fist raised up and not expect to get clapped up. So my point is, in all of this, is that, like, don't get whipped up into a fucking frenzy because it corresponds to pre-existing white supremacist attitudes that a lot of people have a hard time shaking. Because that's precisely what happened. That is precisely what happened in this situation. Everyone got whipped up into a fucking frenzy because it was, you know, it was the laborers that were black folk that were seen as, like, overpaid, entitled, selfish, thuggish assholes. Okay, that was, like, the way that they portrayed these athletes against these fans who are hardworking, real Americans that are just trying to blow off some steam. And stuff like this still happens. I don't know what happened to the dude. I don't know how innocent the original dude that Ron Artest decked was. But stuff like that still happens. Where is it? Yeah. Crazy racist Jazz fans. One of the fans told Russell Westbrook to get on his knees like he's used to. Yet Russell Westbrook still got fined $25,000. And the previous year, a Jazz fan called him boy. Fuck your wife up too. That's right, dude. You fucking deserve it, bitch. Like, I don't give a fuck. Equality, baby. Your wife can catch these hands too.
started was a young man and his wife in the stands told me to get down on my knees like he used to. And for me, that's just completely disrespectful to me. I think it's racial. I think it's just inappropriate in a sense of there's no protection for the players. I think there are a lot of great fans around the world that like to come to the game and enjoy the game. And there are people that come to the game and to say mean, disrespectful things about me, my family. For many years, man, I've done all the right things. I've never done anything to hurt or harm anybody. I've never been in any trouble. Never fought a fan. Been in the league 11 years, clean slate. Like that's just one video, but throughout the whole game, since I've been here, especially here in Utah, every time I come here, it's a lot of disrespectful things I said. And for me, I'm just not going to continue to take the disrespect from my family. I just think that there's got to be something done. There's got to be some consequences.
Fucking weird. Basketball's everybody's down at the court level, and fan start shit that way different from field games like football or even hockey. Yeah. I mean, all of this still ties back to the same fucking thing, which is like, you know, a lot of people love watching black people play sports. They love listening to black music. They love, you know, consuming black culture. Just don't remind them that, like, they're actual black people, okay? That's it. And it's always the same fucking attitude. It's like, yeah, you love Colin Kaepernick until he, you know, takes a stand for an issue that harms him and people like him, and even fucking poor white people too. And it's always the same bullshit. That's why so many fucking racist dipshits, like, they love rap music, but they're racist as fuck. Like, how are you a Nazi and you love rap music? Well, if you're confused by that, it's because, you know, they just want them to shut up and dribble. They want them to shut up and sing. You know, they just don't want to fucking be reminded of their humanity.
This is for those type of people that come to the game just to say and do whatever they want to say. And I don't think it's fair to the players, not just to me, but I don't think it's fair to the players. And if I had to do it over again, I would say the same exact thing, because I truly will stand up for myself, for my family, for my kids, for my wife, for my mom, for my dad every single time. I expect anybody else to do the same.
Anyway. Yeah, that's the other interesting part about it, too. It's relatively normal for white-dominated sports to fight during games, whereas black-dominated sports, it is frowned upon by the media and the public. Like, bro, how are you going to fucking get upset when, you know, a fight breaks out in the NBA when hockey exists? You know what I mean? Like, it's literally built into the game, dude. It's built into the structure of the fucking game. So I just wanted to show you guys all that because, you know, it was a really interesting moment in time. But I really do think that, you know, you should be allowed to get your ass beat. I like, if you try to fucking assault a basketball player. Okay. Okay, let's watch the real fucking hog, David Rubin.
Oh, let me just tease out one other thing. I heard something very interesting this morning from a very reliable source that sometime next week, something amazing is going to be announced here in California. Have I already said too much? That was too much? I've said too much. Larry Elder. Yes, that is right. Larry Elder, the sage of South Central, as he says, lifelong and lifetime California and Los Angeles resident. He is running for California governor. The main thing that I'm going to devote my time and my life and my energies and probably this show to over the next 13 or so days is the recall of Gavin Newsom. Here, I'm one of your constituents. I'm attacking you. You're awful. I cannot wait till you're recalled. There's a moment happening in California right now. And as they say, as goes California, goes the country. Mr. Larry.
Is that the saying? Is that actually the saying? That's crazy.
Elder, he's getting a lot of momentum. He was on Tucker Carlson last night. Those people are fired up to vote. Like, if you hand sign something in the middle of recall, you think you're going to vote on the 14th on recall day? Yeah, those people are going to vote. They are motivated to vote. And I think there's a lot more of them now than there was even back when the recall was happening. You live here too. Drive down the 101, the 405. There are recall Gavin signs everywhere. The events that I've been to, thousands of people showed up, like Trump rallies. But as far as the polls, to like squarely answer your question, this is what they do. They, right before the election, they try to make it sound like, oh, there's no chance, to depress the voters. We all know that.
No matter how much you're sweating right now, nobody is sweating like Gavin Newsom right this very moment.
So we know that, like, this is the reason why he lost, right? Got it. Now I understand what the fuck happened here. At first, I was wondering, like, just kidding. I was not wondering how Gavin Newsom won the recall. Fucking California.
And look, if it's me and Scott Baio and Larry Elder versus Gavin Newsom, Barack Obama, and Kamala Harris, I like our chances.
Oh, no! Yeah, me and Scott Baio, we're great, actually. Me and Scott Baio, we have a much better chance than Barack Obama. Guess what, dude? 30%. 30%, dude. Not great.
I really do. So bring it, guys. And please, if you live in California, please vote. We know there is going to be fraud. We absolutely know. Everyone in the last couple weeks that approaches me about the election, they say the same thing. Do you think Larry has a chance? My answer is always yes, right? Like, there is a chance. Like, there is energy, there is pushback. Like, it's here. He's the right guy. That's why the media hates him so much. That's why they're bringing in the big guns to stop him. But then the second question is, will they fix it? Or what will they do? Or how corrupt is California? It's always the same, some version of the same question. What are all the systems that are in place to make sure that you don't have a bunch of activists that are...
California doesn't need to fucking, do corruption to win. Like, to allow Democrats to win. It's this fucking deep blue state, man. It is what it is. But it's a deep blue fucking state.
Counting votes and aren't just going to throw things away. I have no idea. I have no idea. They're going to fix it one way or another. Does Larry have momentum? Yes. Are the people sick of Gavin Newsom? Yes. Does anyone like Gavin Newsom? No. Do a lot of people like Larry Elder? Yes. But what are they going to do? Who's tabulating these votes? It's the entire machine, the entire system here is Democrats. So do you think they might be like, ooh, that Larry Elder guy's winning? Sorry, we're going to have to wait for those mail-in ballots. And by the way, a lot of them were mailed in today. So
they knew that the fucking recall was over, I believe, the moment that they opened up the polls. Like, they literally, like, they opened up like three fucking boxes. They were like, it's done. They called it like 30 minutes into counting.
We're going to need 5 more days. Oh, and we might need a week. And we have been set up. We have been set up. That's just what I believe. So tomorrow is truly one of the most important days in America in the last 10 years. It's like, if we can fix California tomorrow, maybe that is a signal. But I believe in the people, and I know people are angry, they're frustrated, and let's not forget,
a lot of the people that would vote
hand sign that recall in the height of the pandemic. Yeah. It's September 14th, Tuesday, September 14th, 2021. If you haven't been playing along at home, today is a big day for me, the people of California, the people of the United States, and thus the people of the world. That's right. I think there's such on-the-ground support that the media will never cover, that this does feel a little bit to me like Trump 2016. But think about what's happening in America right now. Basically, all of America, except the progressives, want there to be a black governor of California. And not because he's black, he just happens to be black. He's got good ideas. And it's like, man.
He's got good ideas. Like what, dude? Name an idea. He's not a Democrat. Okay, got it. Like, name a single idea, dude. Have you had a single idea? God damn, dude. He's so fucking stupid.
If we could do this today here in California, what a signal we could send across America and then the world, right? Like, what a signal it would be. And I really do think it could happen. I really do.
If you want to constantly be fucking wrong about politics, like, Dave Rubin is the guy for you to watch. Same with fucking Tim Pool, you know what I mean? It's like, just like consistently wrong always.
Stand by, because the Associated Press has now just called it. You see the numbers on the bottom of your screen. You see the check mark there, 67.3, 32. Yes, that means that Gavin Newsom will not be recalled. The Associated Press has now called it. You've got 58% of the vote in.
It was interesting because 8 o'clock is when the polls closed, But basically at 8:01, they announced it was pretty much like it's over already because of all the mail-in ballots that they had already come in. So they were pulling it. They were, showing you polls that it was like 70-30 basically at, no on the recall, basically at 8:05, something like that. It ended, or in essence, it ended. Nobody was crying in that room. What you do in your life, especially if you live in California, that's up to you. Like, do you stay and fight? I don't see much hope in staying and fighting here. I think it's going to get much worse. There's just no reason to think it won't. I've done everything that I could possibly do to make this recall happen, to get rid of a guy that I think is...
Dude, that's crazy. Like, does Dave Rubin even have fans? Like, who the fuck watches Dave Rubin still? I need to know. Let's look at his, like, social blade, It's not bad. I mean, it's like, he's getting like 300,000, 1.4 million 1 million video views a day. You got to look at yours now. Wait, hold on. I just want to look at his channel first before we do that. So he's got 1.6 million subscribers. Okay. And his videos get like 70K. Oh my God, dude. He has 1.6 million subscribers. He uploads like 2 videos a day, and his videos get they barely break 100K. Like, then there's some that pop off, I guess, like the one that we're about to watch. That's crazy to me, dude. Like, I have less than half of his subs, on my non-dominant like YouTube page, which is not my like dominant platform, with a million other channels that are like taking up a lot of the fucking view counts too. And I upload once a day, usually. I try to. And these videos are like doubling, tripling, 10xing his fucking videos. Holy shit. Like, what does he think is going on? Like, what kind of power does he think he has with respect to, like, I don't know, with respect to, like, fucking, making a change in California? Let's go back to this.
It's a really terrible governor. Again, I'm not sitting here like, oh, this is the greatest day and there's so many, like, look on the horizon, like things will get better. I'm not really sure how I feel about that here in California right now. Actually, I think things are going to get a lot worse. I think they have the bad forces and the forces that I've been fighting against, that I believe to be the wrong ideas, like they're strengthened in California right now. But what sits next to that for me is that I feel like I personally did what I felt was right, and there's value in that. That no matter what happens right now, I know that I did what I thought was right. Like, I really did. I did what I thought was right. I'm not thrilled with the day. I have to really think about a lot of things in my life and talk to my team about the future and what we want to do about Cali and all of that stuff. Like, that's all legit. And I will say one thing, I crap on California a lot for obvious reasons, the taxes, the regulation, the homelessness, the whole thing. California does have the best laws around surrogacy, especially for same-sex couples in the United States. Significantly better than places like Texas and Florida.
Yeah, why don't you go there, pussy? Come on.
I thought it was say his name, say her name. Wasn't that a thing? When a black person is shot, say her name, say his name. Well, they committed an assassination of Larry Elder here, a career assassination, a reputation.
What the fuck? Yo, dude, I love when conservative white people try to fucking talk about like black issues. For a lot of the anger that I drum up from, black Twitter or certain fandoms every single time I have a fucking statement that is like along the lines of like acceptability that crosses the boundary. At least I don't say fucking psychotic shit like this, dude. You know what I mean? Every time a white conservative, or even actually black conservatives too, every time conservatives try to talk about like black issues, they invoke like some of the most insane analogies that immediately self-report their actual perspective. Like, Larry Elder got character assassinated, and this is similar to like an innocent black kid being murdered by the cops. Holy fuck.
Assassination. Joe Biden refused to say Larry Elder's name as he's calling him a clone.
Dude, are you okay? Pro-black roll today to do damage control that you're not racist to the barbs and black Twitter roll? Lol. Let's see when this fucking idiot... Oh, following since 14 minutes ago. Yeah, maybe that's the reason why you're like, oh, you're on a fucking roll today. I literally talk about fucking black issues and issues that relate to social justice every day, you fucking idiot. Like, that's the only thing this is a self-report that you're a random fucking Twitter user that came in here and is like, oh, I'm pleasantly surprised. Dumbass. Oh, I'm so shocked that like everyone on Twitter was calling you a racist, and here you are talking about issues that pertain to black Americans. You must be doing it for damage control. Yeah, for the past 10 years, I've been getting death threats from fucking white nationalists because I've been an advocate for you know, I've been an advocate for Black Lives Matter even before it was like fashionable to fucking do so, and also I've been doing anti-racist content for the past fucking 10 years. So that like one day Black Twitter call me fucking racist, and then you know I'd have some footage to back me up. Idiot, dude.
Is they don't want you to Google Larry Elder. You know, I really mean that. I know that might sound a little nuts, but I mean, Joe Biden, disgusting. It's actually disgusting. We forget everything else that I've said here. There was a black man was the leading candidate to replace Gavin Newsom in the largest state in the United States of America. And
yeah, I was literally pro Black Lives Matter when Obama was calling Black Lives Matter protesters thugs. It was certainly not fashionable to do so for anybody, but that doesn't mean anything. Obviously, I'm still like, even if a black person is anti-Black Lives Matter, they still see a much more devastating impact of police brutality, specifically racially targeted police brutality, than I do. So that's the reality. So it doesn't even matter. So I get that. I understand that. Just, you know, don't think that I'm a fucking racist though, idiot, because you saw like one stupid fucking tweet from dumbasses that are trying to defend their favorite person, hyping up a white nationalist.
Tell us we're all racists. Refuse to say his name. They're awful. They're awful. If you looked at the media hits, you know, we played the thing yesterday. If you Googled Larry Elder's name, just hit piece after hit piece after hit piece after hit piece. So that's what we're up against. But David beat Goliath. And I'm David.
David beat Goliath. He loves saying that.
The lefties, because I've got to calm down, and I love those people. So look, there's a couple decent liberals left. There's not really many of them, and most of you know my story. And I generally like decent liberals, not woke progressive maniacs, but the few decent liberals that remain. I come from a family of what I would say are old school JFK liberals for the most part. These people exist, but many of them, I would say at this point, have woken up and have said, you know what? I don't agree with everything on the conservative side of things. I think abortion is one that a lot of them are really concerned about. Most of them have moderate beliefs on when.
He's like, I like liberals that are racist. He's like, you know, I like liberals, but like not the crazy ones that care about, I don't know, equality and social justice. I like liberals that are just like racist as I am. That's the kind of liberals I like. Why can't liberals be more racist?
You can do an abortion, say 12 weeks, something like that. That's what I lay out in my book, and I know conservatives don't agree with that, and yet I still get invited to conservative events, and they don't throw eggs at me while wearing gorilla masks. So I think most decent liberals at this point have seen what time it is and are leaving, and the progressives can have their increasingly small group of hysterical lunatics that just have a lot of power.
Like, I remember when he used to call himself progressive and say that liberals are regressive, okay? That was his original branding, was that the real progressives are classical liberals. The real progressives are the real liberals like myself, not these like people that, you know, fancy themselves lefties or fancy themselves progressives. Those guys are actually regressive. That was like the original grift. Some of you are too young, or maybe were like, you know, Sargon of Akkad fans back then, but that's literally how he used to call it. Like, he was like, everyone at TYT is the regressive left. That's why I left. It's like, no, you left because you wanted to do your own thing.
Power because they scream and they control the institutions. Well, then there's guys like Bill Maher. Bill Maher, who I've admired for 30 years probably, really since I was probably like 12 or something, and I started watching Politically Incorrect, and I was getting into stand-up comedy, and he's been the champion of liberalism, right? And even right now, he fights against wokeism, he fights for free speech, so he's right on a lot of these things, but he is struggling to figure out what time it is. And he sort of addressed that on the show. So let's play the video, and then I will analyze.
Yeah, I'm shocked that, you know, David Rubin would be a fan of Bill Maher and hold him up as, like, you know, the best kind of liberal you can be. That's because I always like to hear who a good ally is and who a good liberal is from a guy who has been basically branding himself as, like, not a liberal for the past 5 years, 6 years. You know what I mean? That's like, I want to hear who the best liberal is from fucking Madison Cawthorn. Like, that's who I'm sure they got a good idea. Like, why would anyone be like, oh yeah, this is a good video?
Analyze the chat.
To me, when people say to me sometimes, like, boy, you know, you go after the left a lot these days. Why? I'm like, because you're embarrassing me. That's why I'm going after the left in a way you never did before. Because
I don't think Bill Maher understands that, like, his entire existence is just straight up embarrassing. It's not like the left could try as hard as they want to try to embarrass this motherfucker and would fail to do so because he himself is the most embarrassing person.
Because you're inverting things that I'm not going to give up on being liberal. This is what these teachers are talking about, that you're taking children and making them hyper aware of race in a way they wouldn't otherwise be. I mean, I saw last night on the football game, Alicia Keys sang "Lift Every Voice and Sing," which now I hear is called the Black National Anthem. Now, maybe we should get rid of our national anthem, but I think we should have one national anthem. I think when you go down a road where you're having two different national anthems, colleges sometimes now have many of them.
What? Replace the national anthem with Cream by Iggy Azalea. Replace the national anthem with 212. Okay? The real hero that will unite America is Azealia Banks. Okay?
Have different graduation ceremonies for black and white, separate dorms. This is what I mean, segregation. You've inverted the idea. We're going back to that under a different name.
We've literally never, like, what, like, there's no two national anthems. What the fuck is he talking about?
Bill, you have to understand what's going on here. First off, I just want to say thank you for repeating everything that I was saying 5 years ago, right? I've been screaming about this stuff for 5 years. Watch my Why I Left the Left video from PragerU from 5 years ago, okay?
Please watch my video from 5 years ago, Bill. Come on, please. Come on my show, Bill, please. I bet Bill would go on a show because he's such a fucking... I mean, Bill Maher would not go on a show because he doesn't have the metrics. And, you know, he's a little clout goblin himself. But please watch my video, Bill.
Okay, so that's nice. And I know that your guys watch my show, so I'll talk directly to the producers of the show. Everything that Bill said there is now conservative. Yes, we shouldn't have two national anthems. I don't know what he meant by we should maybe change our national anthem. No, we shouldn't.
Oh, wow. I'm shocked to find out that Bill Maher's show producers watch the Rubin Report, dude.
But yes, they're teaching racism in school. They're teaching this hyper-racialized thing in school. It's coming. There's no liberals to stand up for this stuff. And then he brings on people like Adam Schiff on his show, and it's obvious that he supports a guy like Adam Schiff. And we see this with all the liberals. A guy like like Joe Rogan, for example. And these are not, I'm really trying not to make these personal attacks. I'm trying to talk about this in the idea set of what these guys talk about. Joe Rogan, in an odd sense.
Bro, teaching racism is just teaching American history. The problem is, like, all these motherfuckers are sad because, or yelling. Well, one, they don't even give a shit. Like, they just literally don't care. They're only doing this because it's clicks, because, like, you know, that's what the hogs are trained to care about, right? But, like, yeah, if you're going to teach American history adequately with respect to the truth, then yeah, it's going to kind of look like a how to do racism seminar, you know? It's just, American history is very fucking racist. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, it's just racist, dude. Sorry. Like, why are you running around like a fucking Daughters of the Confederacy person trying to whitewash American history?
Did the right thing because he was a Bernie supporter, which made no sense.
Did Ray invite you to her merch shoot? She did not. Dude, I'm not clouded enough to to be a part of these activities. You don't understand.
Right? It makes no, in my view, it makes no sense to be a Bernie supporter. You sit down.
Then again, also, like, what was I going to do? Take a fucking whole day off to do a photo shoot? Like, it probably would not have happened anyway. Ray is a barb. You pissed her off? No, she's not.
With people like Jordan Peterson and all these brilliant people for years and years and years, and at the end, when it came down to it for the presidency, you were supporting Bernie Sanders. Makes no sense. But Joe Rogan, when he signed the $100 million deal, which I'm told is a lot more than $100 million with Spotify, he lived in California, and you know what he did right before he signed the deal? He left. He went to Texas. But the thing that he was telling everybody to vote for, that
what I don't understand is, like, that's not how that works, though. Like, if he got $100 million, he still paid California taxes for that. I guess maybe it's not upfront, but like he had to have lived in Austin for 6 months plus for him to be able to avoid like the California income tax. You know what I mean? It's probably, yeah. Chatter said it's a structured payment, probably. Yeah, that makes sense. But like the first year of that structured payment is still abso-fucking-lutely going into California's coffers, you know?
He's voting for Bernie Sanders was to raise taxes on everybody, especially people like him. So the liberals, in this sense, they're all still confused. They're looking at their watch, and a watch should be right twice a day, but they can't seem to ever get it right. They can't seem to ever get it right. So it's like, Bill Maher, take the last step here. I get it. You're in Hollywood. You've made your career on being a liberal. That is a lofty goal and a worthwhile thing. Trust me, I get it more than most people. But at this point, unless you're willing to say, I will not support any Democrats, it doesn't mean the Republicans are great. But everything you believe in is now a Republican principle. Now, if you really still think...
I don't disagree with Dave Rubin. Like, I do believe that Bill Maher is just a conservative. Like, he's not wrong. It's just that Bill Maher is a conservative. And he has been for a very long time. So I personally don't give a fuck. Didn't David ask you, or was it Kyle, what your end goal was at TYT? Dude, every time we watch Dave Rubin videos, I am reminded of like, shit that he did in the past. And it's always like unlocking different memories. When Dave Rubin left TYT, he wanted me to go with him to Riot. When Dave left TYT, he went to Riot. And this is like when he was trying to figure out like what he wants to do rhetoric wise, like, you know, where he's going to go. Not broken. It's dislodged, lol. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not broken. And I remember him texting me, not Riot Games. Riot was like with a Y at the time. It was like a different media company. And he tried to get me to follow him. He like tried to get a couple other like employees away from TYT to go to Riot. Not Riot Games. Riot with a Y. I don't even think it exists anymore. It's just a fucking media company. And yeah, he tried to get me to go with him too. And like, no, of course I didn't. But he successfully got like some producers to go with him, including his husband, also named David.
That handouts make sense and affirmative action makes sense and some of that stuff. Well, then we just got to keep teaching you a little bit. But I don't even think he believes in that stuff. I've seen him talk to Ben Shapiro. He doesn't really disagree. We could send him a couple Thomas Sowell videos. I don't think he disagrees with that, but I get it. His whole brand, and again, this isn't an attack on him. His brand is, I've been the liberal, like conservatives, and this was also the dangerous. If you keep saying that everybody else, the conservatives, they're always racist and bigots and backwards, and in Bill's case, they're also believers, right? They're believers, they're religious, so they must be idiots. Which is also a big problem that the liberals have, and they better freaking get over it. Well, now he's painted himself in a corner, so he can't really do anything. So anyway, to the producers that I know watch this, which is why Bill repeats everything that I say all the time, because even the...
Dude, that's hilarious, bro. Yeah, dude, totally. Bill listens to you, and that's why Bill Maher's has been a conservative asshole for fucking longer than Dave Rubin has had a media career, okay? Like, that's so funny. Anyway, Russell Brand's a bit of a hog now. He's always been like the holistic guy, you know? He's always been crusty. I mean, look at those fucking V-necks, dude. Like, what do you expect from a dude who wears a fucking V-neck like this? Honestly, like, what was your expectation that a guy who wears a V-neck down to his fucking nipples, like, you thought that guy was going to be normal about, like, you know, medication? No, of course not. So now he's like full blown like into, you know, people are lying to you about ivermectin. Mainstream media are trying to start a civil war. Did liberals use feminism to justify Afghan cluster? Like, it just sucks. It sucks to see. I mean, he's always had some like weird ass fucking takes from time to time. Don't get me wrong. What the fuck? For a few hours this weekend, this was our community. Thank you to everyone who huddled together in a field next to the river with me. I think we're building something really special. Oh my God, is he building a cult? He's doing a tour and actively stopping people from testing. There are some misunderstandings around the venue requirements for the 33 tool. You should address the concerns we've seen expressed. No venue requires you to be double vaccinated. Most venues do not ask for any certification. Some require proof of a negative test. If you want to have tickets to a venue that requires a PCR test and do not want to take one, please email help@russellbrand.com and we will swap your tickets for venues that have no requirements for entry. This may require travel. Thank you. I did not have Russell Brand on my cult radar. Bro, Russell Brand was like perfectly positioned to become a cult leader for the longest time. He's always had you know, the holistic medication type shit under his belt. He's just like totally fucking fully leaned into it now, I guess. Yeah, he had Tim Pool on his podcast to talk about how there's a civil war happening. So
villain.
And he used this photo of Tim Pool, so that's how you know he's biased.
Of their own story, right? But I can tell you, I have met some people. I met someone during Occupy Wall Street. We discussed nihilism. We discussed oblivion and the heat death of the universe. And this was a brilliant individual who's a very prominent activist today. And the ultimate conclusion we had in this wonderful philosophical discussion was, well, then what really matters other than, you know, what we decide matters? My response was, well, I suppose then I'll choose to create a positive, to the best of my abilities, something positive for people, or I'll try to.
This is not illegal. It should be, but it's not. I don't care about the Jim Brewer guy, but
remains, if you can force people to get the vaccine, what can't you do? That's a question that Jim Brewer appears to be thinking about. He's a comedian. He just announced he's not performing at any venue that requires patrons to be vaccinated. He joins us tonight to explain why. Jim Brewer, thanks so much for coming on. Interesting.
Bro, why does every anti-vaxxer look like shit? Like, everyone who is, first of all, Tucker Carlson's vaccinated, okay? So just remember that. But like every fucking anti-vaxxer literally looks like they're dying. Like, I don't know if they're always, like, I feel like they're dying even if it's not COVID. They're just dying for some other reason. Like, I don't know what it is, but they're on the verge of death, bro. To be fair, Jim Brewer always looked like shit.
That you did this, it caught our attention. Why? Tell us. I'll be quiet as you explain why you did this.
Well, honestly, I got a lot of feedback from a couple venues that I was playing, and my fans were really upset. They said, you know, I'm not comfortable with getting a COVID shot, and now they're saying I can't come see you perform unless I do that. And I looked into it, and that's the last thing you should be doing is going, hey, you want to come see the, you know, like feeding the seal the fish. Hey, you wanna come see a concert? You wanna here, catch the fit. Why would you do that? Why would you? I don't want any of my fans forced to come laugh, and they got to get a shot in them. And honestly,
bro, if you're fucking, if you're like a Jim Brewer fan and you want to go watch him, you're already at a stage where like you can't be saved. You know what I mean? I mean, this is the guy. This is what does he do? He's like a comedian or something.
Tucker, I got to be honest with you. What really started my video was there's a new narrative, and the new narrative is the unvaccinated are the beast. Kill the beast. This program goes on forever. Kill the beast. The beast is the unvaccinated. Kill them. And when our leader put that out there and point.
So what happens, like when you're the loudest drunk guy from Long Island, they just like elevate you to fame status? Is that how this works? Because like this dude looks like every retired cop from Long Island and sounds like him. Like he's just fucking, This is like every fucking drunk dad from Long Island watching Fox News. Someone needs to describe to me like how Long Island works, how it operates. Like what's going on? Are they just like, all right, you're the fucking loudest guy, dude. All right, time to be the famous one. And then we'll pay you money. I'll pay you the money to go watch you be just like me. Come on. Is that how that works? I live in Long Island right now. Here's how it works. It doesn't. You're either a worker and stay quiet or are married to a Xanax mom.
Pointed the finger like we're the demons. I'm not vaccinated. I had COVID. You're not going to tell me about my body.
Yeah, dude. It looks like it didn't leave your body though, bro. Yo, I'm gonna be honest, Jimbo. I would go to the doctor again, dude. It looks like shit did not work. It didn't take, okay? I'm not fucking vaccinated. I got COVID, dude. Guess what? I'm all right, dude.
Body. I know my body. I know my morals. I know my faith. You don't come telling me and threaten me and everyone else as if we're the demons. I have 2 close friends right now, fully vaccinated, and they got COVID.
Yeah.
And they're both sick. So what?
Yeah, are they in the hospital? No. But it doesn't matter. They still got fucking sick, dude.
This is not about...
Are they dead? No. Okay.
Safety? Because if it was... You just like you said, and I said in my video, eat more fruit, take care of your body, go to the gym. I've been saying that forever. You would have thought I called people savages for doing that, but this is where we're at as society. And the greatest thing, I have to be honest with you,
don't most places just require a negative test if you don't want to get fucking vaccinated like day of? Like, I just don't understand. Like, he's just mad at that, too. He's like, no, I want to fucking spread COVID, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, if I want to give you COVID, I'm going to give you fucking COVID. All right? Even if I'm not fucking vaccinated. What the fuck? They're so weird. They're like, I'm siding with COVID. It's my God-given right. Fuck you, dude. I don't understand it. It's my American right to fucking give you COVID if I got it.
I'm so blessed because 95% of people, I was just saying it to be honest, Tucker, one message after the other was, thank you. Thank you for speaking up. Thank you. I feel terrible. I'm a fireman and they want me to get vaccinated. I don't want to get vaccinated. My child, I know someone, my hand to God, and it was the last vaccine push. Their child, 5 years old, vaccinated, when paralyzed from the neck down. And I do a benefit for him every year. So when I hear people going...
What the fuck? There's no shot, okay? No fucking shot.
Oh, you don't know that. No, you don't. You don't know what you're talking about. Explain that to that father and mother. So thank God they're better now, but it took years. So I don't understand what's going on, like a lot of humans. And this isn't political, just like the other person said. This is good versus evil. And this is power versus the powerless. And it's the power.
Okay. There's no shot that a 5-year-old that he knows got a fucking COVID vax and got and was paralyzed. Okay, we're not even vaccinating 5-year-olds with the COVID vax right now, so shut the fuck up. The likelihood that he might have the likelihood that he knows someone that has like Guillain-Barré or whatever, the fucking insanely rare condition that some people might get is still low. Like GBS is what it's called, but it's insanely low.
Power of fear, but it is time for the power of the fearless. I'm sorry, but the fearless have to start rising because we know something's wrong.
I can see why your fans are grateful. I mean, here you are talking like an American man. You know, we're the rest of the American men, but I'm grateful that you've decided that you're going to speak your conscience in public and that it's still allowed.
Why is it always like my fucking cousin's friend from Trinidad type beat? Like it's always the same shit. Okay, new rule, Snitch Nation.
Finally, new rule, no cash prizes for snitching. As I'm sure you've heard, Texas just passed America's harshest abortion law, which includes the idea that anyone even helping a woman get an abortion, like the Uber driver who takes her to the clinic, can be sued by random citizen snitches for up to $10,000. Yes, finally a way to tap into that vast reserve of Uber driver wealth. Jesus, when did West Texas become East Germany? Even if you hate sluts and love money, you have to admit bounty hunting people who help pregnant women is a little un-American. Also, you're working too hard, Texas. This is 2021. You don't have to pay people to snitch. America's Snitch Nation now. They'll happily do it for free. It's okay. It's okay. What is with this group? Being a snitch, now it's not a bad thing. Oh, it used to be. Used to be one of the first things we taught children. Nobody likes a tattletale. But now, virtually any public accomplishment comes with the obligatory follow-up snitch story a few days later. Like what happened with that sad schmuck who was supposed to host Jeopardy. But fortunately, the honor of game shows was preserved when Squeal Team 6 went through his old podcast and found out he once used the term booth slut. Whatever the fuck that means.
Thank you, Soul Groover, for the 10 tier and gift subs. Dude, I feel like he's getting worse. Like, how the fuck? This is a easy layup, okay? Like, this is an issue where Bill Maher and I completely agree. It's fucking disgusting. It's awful. It's like religious zealotry to the fucking max, right? Like, I'm supposed to laugh my fucking ass off at this. I'm supposed to laugh so hard that I'm just forgetting that I'm laughing at Bill Maher. That's what a good comedian would do. Like how the fuck, even on an issue where like Bill Maher and I are in 100% agreement that this is dog shit. It's just like, I fucking can't. Like,
I'm sorry, Mike, but we, the perfect people who have never made a mistake, we just can't let society be sullied by horrible people like you. Bye-bye. Fans of cable news will recognize the rising journalist Alexi McCammond, who was appointed editor of Teen Vogue.
Like, how the fuck do we go from Texas abortion bans to cancel culture? Like, this is just every week he's just talking about cancel culture. Every fucking week, dude. Like, who the fuck is this for, man? Who? Every goddamn week. What?
But then had to resign before her first day when some of her high school tweets suddenly became too much to bear. Tweets like, now Googling how to not wake up with swollen Asian eyes. And, you're so gay. And her resignation was endorsed by the hierarchy of the magazine, including the senior social media manager, Christine Davitt. Good for you, Christine. You helped catch the Zodiac Killer. Oh no, you just ruined someone's career for no reason. Same diff. Funny end to the story, after Alexi McCammond resigned for her innocuous tweets, someone went through Christine Davitt's old high school tweets and, oops.
This is the one thing that is always true, though. The one thing that's always consistent is that people who fucking pull up old people's old tweets to be like, yo, this you or whatever, or to fucking be like, you are a bad person because you fucking tweeted stuff that it was wrong in like 2014. They always got shit. You all of you do, okay? And the only time someone doesn't have shit is because they hid it very well. They had like a separate fucking account. Always. We have an insanely high, completely unrealistic standard for people that we ourselves never meet. Okay, we just don't meet it. You know what I mean? It's just so stupid. And the same shit. The funniest part about it is that like everyone that fucking whines about cancel culture literally does the exact same shit. Like all the fucking time, okay? Nonstop. One, everyone that whines about cancel culture constantly fucking tries to cancel the cancelers, okay? Everyone that fucking whines about cancel culture constantly fucking does the this you type old tweets. And then when you fucking call them out, you're like, well, what are you doing? You're like pulling up old tweets. You're like, well, dude, fucking to show them that they're wrong, dude. You gotta fight fire with fire, dude. It's like, it's this never-ending cycle, okay? It's a never-ending cycle. Everybody does it. I'm sick and tired of people fucking whining and acting like only progressives are doing it. It's like, I've been canceled more times. Not fucking real, but I've been canceled more goddamn times than most people that you know, okay? It only works if you're working alongside like mega corporations and those mega corporations are also holding that insane brand standard, okay? And even then, if you have tenure like Bill Maher does, then you're never getting canceled. I'm guessing talking about cancel culture makes money and keeps the American audience entertained. Yes, that is true. Because a lot of people think that they themselves are going to get canceled. Like, everybody hates cancel culture. I get it. I fucking fear it too. Okay? I fear it all the time. But the reality is, like, it kind of doesn't matter. Like, it's just like, it's PR. You just take a PR hit. Okay? People just fucking disparage you endlessly and then add to the same fucking cycle, and that's it. They just endlessly fucking lie about you, disparage you, take you out of context, whatever, try to reduce you to a fucking moment that like they want to capture you as. Who cares? I'm very fortunate that I have a massive community like this that understands where I'm coming from, that don't give a fuck about this sort of shit. Most people don't. But, you know, that's precisely why they probably shouldn't fear cancel culture either. I think you make a point when you say that canceling does not work, but cancel culture very much can hurt you mentally. Constant harassment. Oh, yeah. I mean, it does. It fucking does. Certainly. It's not good. Especially where you literally said America deserved 9/11. You were actually uncancelable. Hey, guess what? This fucking fat-headed dipshit on the camera also said that. Literally after 9/11, he said those dudes who were in the planes were brave. You know what's not brave? Lobbing fucking Hellfire missiles from thousands of miles away. Those dudes were actually in the planes. And he said that right after 9/11. So, you know, there was a point in time when, like, what he said was actually fucking, like, he was making a point about American foreign policy, like, radicalizing people. I don't know what the fuck happened to him since then, because he's, like, you know, he's not one of those, like, Sam Harris type idiots, but yo, thanks, Turkey, for killing my great uncle in Albania for being a Christian. Woo. What? Dude, I'm sorry that happened to you, bro. The fuck? Yeah, he did. He got his show canceled. They canceled his fucking show. Anyway.
Seems she tweeted the N-word twice to a white friend in 2009. Bye-bye. You know, this is why...
He's also a big fan of sex work. No, I know he's a big fan of sex work. I used to hook up with this girl that literally went to one of those like weird sex cult sex parties, and he was there.
I'm a little hopeful that this purity purge may end because it's starting to eat its own. ESPN reporter Rachel Nichols was a feminist success story, but when she complained in a private telephone call about ESPN's crappy long-time record on diversity, and expressed her view that she felt like she was being sacrificed by the network so they could make up for that crappy long-time record on diversity. The call was leaked and she was toast. Now, in addition to the fact that a person shouldn't have to love getting fired, even if it does achieve more equity, this was a private call. Does private mean anything anymore? Apparently not. Even sadder, this love of snitching seems to be one of the few areas that is now truly bipartisan. Snitch Nation isn't about what side you're on. It's about this mindset where everyone is an amateur secret policeman and tattling is a virtue. The woke side of the internet thinks going through someone's old MySpace account makes them part of the resistance. It doesn't. It makes you a punk. And Republicans lately, besides sponsoring that new reality show, Texas Zygote Hunters, have been encouraging college students to whip out their phones to record and report professors who espouse leftist ideas. As always, these snowflakes fall just as hard on the right as they do on the left. Colleges pride themselves on being safe spaces, not for professors. At least not any who might want to stretch young minds to think differently and try on new ideas. Yeah, try that at your peril. Same with comedy clubs, where ever since the iPhone, comics have been complaining about snitches in the audience who'll rat them out for crossing the line, which is practically the job description of a comedian. Comics are joking constantly. Even some people who aren't comics do that. And if you're lucky enough in life to be around people like that, I'm sure you know, they can't all be gems. Sometimes you get the twisties, and the joke doesn't land just right. Exposing that doesn't make you noble. You're not David Kaczynski, the brother of the Unabomber who turned in his own brother lest any more mail bombs go off. That was noble. You know, because it was about bombs and not bombing. There's a real difference between the Unabomber and the editor of Teen Vogue. For one thing, the Unabomber made some good points. Or think of Edward Snowden enduring exile in Russia so he could expose unlawful government snooping. Noble. Colonel Alexander Vindman exposing the Ukraine fiasco. Noble. That's not you taking down the host of the Ice Capades. You're a loser with Wi-Fi and all the time in the world to listen to long-forgotten podcasts. You're not a journalist. You're just a creepy little rat. Go to Texas and catch a runaway embryo. Oh, what? You dug up a letter where JFK said Indian giver? Great, now we can tear down the Kennedy Center. You know what? I don't want to live in Snitchlandia, where you can't trust your neighbors and you're always looking over your shoulder. A land of Karens and Gladys Kravitzes, ruled by citizen informants, where Republicans sue you for your sex life and Democrats get you fired for a Halloween costume.
Okay. So I got to repeat this one more time. Okay. So cancel culture is not a real thing because all fucking these people that talk about cancel culture, the people that talk about cancel culture like this are never impacted from it. Okay. Greatest example of this is Bill Maher. He says dumb shit all the time. He literally said the N-word. Okay. On fucking HBO. And, you know, HBO just recently renegotiated his contract and gave him an extension till 2024. So he's not getting canceled. Joe Rogan's not getting canceled. Like, these people are not ever getting canceled. They traffic in cancel culture. Like, this is their content. Their content is constantly fucking crying about cancel culture. So the real cancel culture, on the other hand, is in fucking right to work states. You can get fired for anything. Okay. So I think a lot of people have that fear over their own heads. So when fucking celebrities talk about this sort of shit, okay, which is like the only like marginal form of like accountability that celebrities may experience. Okay. Most of the fucking working class looks at that and thinks to themselves like, oh, well, you know, they're just like us. No, they're not. Okay. They're not. They're not. You got snitched / attempted canceled on for your takes on certain days though. Yeah, no shit. Am I here still? I got 55,000 subscribers. I have 31,000 people watching me right now. What the fuck do you mean? You know how many times people have tried to fucking cancel me? Come on, dude. Wake the fuck up. Are you insane? I get canceled every week, dude. I get canceled every fucking week. Every week. And so do these people. Except Politically Incorrect was literally canceled. Yeah, I know. The only time like real cancellations occur is when a media company that also wants to like fit the needs of or fit the fucking like not human brand values that other people subject the company to through like fucking crying and shit. That's the only time when there's like a material impact on people. That's it. That kind of survival bias, though, you don't remember people that actually got canceled? Dude, listen, you people wide clap have a higher likelihood of being quote unquote canceled by your fucking boss than Bill Maher does. This is silly bitch shit. They're literally just fucking sitting there being like, I'm just like you, bro. I'm just like you. See, we're at risk of cancellation. That's all they're fucking doing. But it's like, it's a great narrative. It's a great narrative to go by. It's a great narrative to go by because like a lot of people actually feel like it's real, and it's real to them. Like a very real version of that exists for the working class. Okay. Beyond even regular accountability. Okay. Your boss can just cancel you for anything. But other than that, like, dude, it literally benefits me to say cancel culture is real and it's damaging. Okay. I promise you, it's so much easier for me to be like, dude, I'm being canceled again. It's so real. It's so fucking sad. Look at me. Please, like, help me out. I'm being canceled. Like, that sort of shit, like, 1000% is beneficial for me to do. I'm telling you the truth. I feel like some of you guys actually want me to, like, lie to you. You know what I mean? Because that's what you've seen. Crying about cancel culture is like meta grifting through the denouncement of grifting. Yeah. So you don't believe cancel culture exists? I believe some version of that does exist when you can be deplatformed. Especially if you are working with large brands and you yourself are not a big money provider for them, then yes. But as far as like the average Joe, every single person that works in like regular fucking, like regular working class jobs, like you're not going to get canceled in the same way that these guys do, or in the same way that I would. You're actually going to get fucking canceled. You're going to just lose your job because your boss decides like, yeah, fuck you. So that very real fear, and it's, I think, something different than like cancel culture, but that very real fear sits with you all day, every day. That powerlessness you feel sits with you. And I think that like these media darlings that hyper focus on like that constantly talk about like other media people in this like weird self-suck scenario talk about cancel culture because like it's a really easy way to relate to the real fear that the average working class person feels. Okay? But you're not a fucking asshole. Like no one's gonna fucking, cancel you. It's so, like, insulated, too. I don't know how people don't recognize it. Like Glenn Greenwald, Matt Taibbi, and all these other, like, fucking media people, they're constantly talking about, like, other media people or other, like, notable celebrities being canceled. Like, the fuck is it to you? And yet we always, because of the real fears that we may have about, experiencing a similar thing, watch it and think like, oh, dude, this is just like us. This is happening to all of us. It's bullshit. It's not happening to them. It's incredibly rare. And it's in many ways no different than the Trump supporters who are like HVAC specialists living in fucking Alabama cheering on when Donald Trump says the media doesn't want to cover me positively. Graydon Carter is a sissy and their parties are bullshit. And it's like, yeah, it's like, dude, what's that to you? Like, what kind of impact does that have on your fucking life? Why are you cheering that on? It's so stupid.
And then we all go home and applaud ourselves for our courage.
Anyway, you guys have seen this guy before, right? Stop self-snitching. Bruce is the criminal lawyer. Kevin Hart cheated on his pregnant wife in his fine law. It takes a lot to be truly canceled. Yeah, I think one day I'm going to fucking build a diagram for you guys. Like, just I'm going to build like a chart. Because there has to be like a couple things for you to be able to get canceled, okay? First of all, you can't be an earner. You can't. If you're successful, it's going to take a fuckload for you to be like truly canceled, okay? If you're a fucking earner, companies are not going to let you go. You can murder someone in the NFL, and if you're good at hitting dudes, bro, you are fine, okay? Like, they will literally put up a fucking statue of you outside of the... I'm not going to mention what player I'm referencing or what fucking team I'm referencing, okay? Who might I be talking about? Who knows? Most people recover, though. And it's the same with actors. It's the same with every single it's the same with every single person that I'm talking about. Didn't Theo Vaughn literally groom an underage girl at a show, and 6 to 12 months later, everyone fucking forgot about it? Wait, what? I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, bro. That is insane. What I do know, on the other hand, is like, here, you want to know how cancel culture is not fucking real, dude? Seinfeld. For every example that you can bring up of like someone being canceled, there's like 20 examples of someone not being canceled. Seinfeld was dating a fucking 17-year-old when he was like 35 or 36 or something. He's married to her now. Michael Vick did dogfighting and got rehired from the NFL team. No, that's an entirely different story. Michael Vick got a criminal punishment. He rehabilitated after his criminal punishment, and he has every right to fucking re-enter society. I'm sorry, you can get fucking mad at me all day, but Mike Vick, he went to fucking jail. Like, what do you want? What more do you want? You want to kill him? He served his fucking time, dude. Anyway, let's keep going.
Welcome to another
Ben Roethlisberger's a great example. Like,
episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I am a board certified criminal defense lawyer. Now, this episode is our back to school episode. A lot of you young kids, older kids, stupid kids, smart kids. All you kids are going to school.
Why is he eating while he's doing this video?
Right.
I can't believe I'm the one saying this, but
back at school, COVID still is lingering out there, but we're back in person. And we're going to football games, we're dating, we're getting dissed by our friends, we're going to lunch, we're getting bullied, we're bullying, we're doing all kinds of stupid, fun, and crazy stuff, right? One of the dumbest things I've seen so far, and what is my motto? Stop self-snitching, right?
Okay, this guy does not have the like, he comes in so hot. I'm sorry, boys, but he came in so fucking hot that I thought like this was gonna be funny. He does not have the personality to back this video up. Soda said you'd be annoyed talking to someone like him.
7 months here.
Hassan would get annoyed talking to someone like me.
It's literally not even true. I fucking love Soda. The fuck.
Someone as like politically disconnected.
You would have way less YouTube videos about marching to Barbie Girl.
Someone as politically disconnected as me would frustrate the living fuck out of him. He would think I'm kidding, like I'm joking. Because I've listened to his stream and like I don't even know what a liberal is. Like I don't even know what that means. For the longest time, I thought it was like a type of sex. Like you have male, female, transgender, and liberal. I actually didn't know for like 3 years. And I was too embarrassed to say
We live
anything.
in the third world of the solar system, so everyone lives.
I mean, he boofed the fucking he botched the sex too. Yes. He's a male, female, transgender, liberal.
In a third world country, Satch.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? See, a lot of you don't believe me, right? And that's kind of how Hassan would be. He'd be like, dude, stop joking. Like, I'm serious. I don't know. Like, I don't even know what a Democrat and a Republican, I don't know what they do. I just...
The 4 genders. Yeah, it's like Joe Biden, dude. He's literally Joe Biden. He's trying his best and just flubbing. You know what I mean? When Joe Biden was asked by that like TPUSA lady who was like, how many genders are there, Joe Biden? How many genders are there? And he was like, more than 3. Like, at least 3. It's like when you're trying to be nice, when you're trying to be an ally, but you just don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? It's like it's up there in the hall. It's a Hall of Famer. It's up there with like Aiden Ross being like, "Yo, I've been donating to the LG community, dog."
Gen V2.
You know what I mean? It's like the same energy is just like Yo, I've been trying to donate to the LG community. Oh man. Wait, what is this one?
How many genders are there?
I don't know. I just got here.
I love that, dude. Oh no. I just got here. I mean, that's how I feel sometimes too.